Good morning, and what is going on, kind of funny best friends? It's your guy, Snowbike Mike, welcoming you in to another kind of funny games afternoon stream. Today, you got a special one, and it's a big day here at Kind of Funny. A lot to go over, a lot to talk about, but of course, you're probably noticing down at the far bottom of your screen. Yeah, that's right. That's Tim Gettys here to play some video games. Tim Gettys, not a regular on the Kind of Funny Games streams, but today we have something special. Before I let Greg talk about our big day and all the fun stuff we're doing, why don't you tell the best friends why the heck you're here, Tim? I didn't even know you played video games, Tim. It's been so long.
Oh, I'm here. And of course, what am I playing? I'm playing old Mario games because that's what I do best. We are about to play a little bit of Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, the new game mode that everyone's going to be able to get their hands on in just a couple days when the game comes out on Friday. But Nintendo has allowed us to show off just not too much, about 30 minutes of the game with a couple of restrictions here and there. But it's going to be a good time. And I can't wait to show you guys what I've been playing the last couple of weeks.
Oh, Tim, that's awesome. I know everybody in the chat, I can see them right now. They're fired up about this. And I know myself and Greg and all of the Kind of Funny crew, we're really excited about this game. This releases Friday, correct, Tim?
Yes, the game comes out on Friday. So this is a little bit of the Kind of Funny exclusive.
XXX
World premiere.
And of course, you hear the X Factor himself. Mr. Greg Miller is alongside me, of course, every single Wednesday. It's Mike and Greg Day. And Greg, we have a big Wednesday together. It's a
Huge
big Wednesday, Kind of Funny. Of course, today, let's talk about right now. You and I and Tim and Kevin and all the best friends, we're raising some money for an incredible foundation. Do you want to tell everybody what's going on right now?
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, over on twitter.com/GameOverGreggy, I started harassing Jim Lee a couple weeks ago about, hey, this kid drew on his dad's PlayStation 5, and the dad freaked out. Jim Lee, do you want to draw on my PlayStation 5? And to my surprise, Jim Lee said, you know what, Greg, I will do that. So I have shipped Jim Lee my PlayStation 5 cover, the faceplate for it. He is going to be drawing on that. We believe Saturday, it looks like he's going to live stream on twitch.tv/Jim Lee, him drawing on my PlayStation 5.
So cool.
But it is amazing. And if you didn't know, of course, Jim Lee, famed comic book artist, if you're not in comics at all, he works at DC now. He's one of the head honchos over there. But obviously he came to fame with Image Comics, came to fame. His, breakout was drawing X-Men, probably a bunch of covers, and now a bunch of different Superman stuff, However, of course, I was like, this is awesome, and kind of got away from me. I didn't expect this to happen. So I said, hey, Jim, I'll do this, but I'd like to, pay it forward somehow. How about I stream for charity? So today for these hours, we are streaming for the Book Industry Charitable Foundation. If you didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, like I didn't know until Jim approached me and said, hey, do you want to do this? BINK, as we will now call it going forward, the Book Industry Charitable Foundation is helping right now save comic book stores and bookstores in general during the pandemic. Obviously, comic book stores have an incredibly thin margin to survive and be around, period, let alone during a pandemic when people can't go to them. So right now, we're going to be raising money for them. You can go to kindoffunny.com/Jim Lee. The talking points I got here from BINK were this: comic stores play a vital role in connecting readers to books and creators to readers and fans. Comic lovers around the country know this. So do publishers, creators, authors, distributors, agents, and everyone who plays a part in bringing stories to the people who want to read and explore. In 2020, the comic and book communities helped BINK raise and distribute over $2.9 million to help cover 2,200 stores and individuals. To give these numbers some context, BINK helped more individuals and stores in 8 weeks than it had in the past 8 years combined. Because of the generosity and support of these communities, BINK hasn't had to turn any qualified employee or owner from comic or bookstores away from receiving emergency help with their essential household expenses. Again, this is about saving the people who work in these stores and depend on foot traffic and customers to come through. So I thought this was a great pick when Jim said it. We're doing it right now. You can go to kindoffunny.com/Jim Lee. We are trying to raise $2,000 today, Mike. You have already listed it off of there. Right now, I'm updating it, and we are at $355. And there are right now about 1,000 people watching. So if everybody could go donate $2, this would be over. We could have it. We would have crushed it. We'd have had the goal. And guess what would happen then, ladies and gentlemen? You would get a live, unheard of Oreo Oration. Yesterday,
What? It's so big.
Take a look, y'all. Take a look, everybody.
What's that even say? Okay, Oreo, Lady Gaga, and then what is that weird Death Angel looking situation right there.
Oh, Chromatica, I bet.
Oh, okay.
I
Cool.
got close. It's backwards for the kids. Hold it up one more time.
Greg's muted. I had a feeling he was muted.
Himself.
It was
Well,
funny
I hit the
'cause
microphone with all the stuff. It's just too big
blo-
of a box.
it was blocking your mouth, and I was like, he's being suspiciously quiet right now.
No, yeah, Chromatica is the box. I do not know what's inside it. I assume the Lady Gaga Oreos, but it is very heavy, so it is more than just the Lady Gaga Oreos. I have bought milk. We will do a live Oreo oration if we can hit $2,000 today. And like I just said, if everybody went to kindafunny.com/Jim Lee and just kicked in $2, we would be smashed. This would be over. Everybody would be happy, and we could do about it. But Mike, you've also done you've replaced the normal goals, right?
Yep. So here's the deal, everybody. Normally, we'd have our daily achievement bar. We're not going to do that today. We're going to focus on helping out Bink in collaboration with Jim Lee. And, of course, the awesome idea that Greg will open up some Lady Gaga Oreos. I'm very excited. So here is the goal for today. It's $2,000. And at every $500 increment, we will add an additional 15 minutes onto the clock for our normal stream. So instead of 2 hours, we can do it for 3 hours. So if we hit 500, 1,000, 2,000, we will go for that allotted time. If we hit 2,000, we'll add on that extra hour of the stream, and Greg Miller's going to open up that box. We're going to have a live Oreo oration, never done before on a Kind of Funny Twitch stream, so it's going to be something really, really special. Remember, hold your subs, hold your bits, hold your gifted subs. We really want to go out there and help comic book shops around the nation. This is a really cool one, a really fun one. I know it's near and dear to Greg's heart, but truly and honestly, it's near and dear to my heart, and I know all of the Kind of Funny crew's heart. So please think about that. Put out $1 if you can. Put out $2 and we'll be at that goal. Exclamation point Jim Lee to get the website and the foundation to donate right now. We'll be keeping an eye on that. And, of course, Tim will be playing a very fun sneak peek. 30 minutes of Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury. That should get you excited to go out there and donate. Help this awesome cause. I think that's everything I got, Greg. I'm pretty excited about today. Pretty great.
Me too.
Oh, it's going to be huge. Yeah, we've already cleared $500, Mike. So there you
There we go.
1/4
There we
of it is
go.
done. We are
Alright.
on our way there. So
Now,
congratulations.
here's the deal.
everyone.
If you donate, I'm going to read off all of our donations after
Nice.
Tim's 30-minute playthrough. So
Sure.
if you donate now, I'm going to check it every 30 minutes. I'll read off the big donation list. I'll give updates throughout the broadcast. So if you donate, you know you're getting a big shout out from me and the crew. All right, y'all?
I love that. Jossie G731 in the chat, I think, puts it best. He just says, bink, bink, and that's
Yeah,
what I'm
bink,
talking
bink.
about. Bink, bink.
Yeah.
We often talk about video games are cool. You know what we don't say enough here? Comic
Bink,
books
bink.
are cool, Greg. And bink,
We
bink,
don't
bink,
say that
bink,
enough.
baby. Comic books are cool, Greg. I haven't been able to talk to you about this yet. First comic book I bought in quite a while. And I just want to recommend it to everyone watching right now. Spider-Man Life Story.
I've heard a lot of
To
good
give you-
things.
Oh, yeah? Okay, well, to give the pitch to people that are unfamiliar, it is the story, the entire life story of Spider-Man when it started in the 60s, but it's a 6-issue run where every issue is a decade, but as if his life was actually happening in real time. So often in comic books, time gets kind of messed up where, Peter Parker will be 20 years old for 30, 40 years. But this treats it as if he gets old and it goes all the way to the 2010s. And it's all of the things that you know, but it's also a lot of real life events. So it's like, okay, we're dealing with like the Vietnam War to start this whole thing off. But then eventually when we get to the Cold War in the 80s, that's also when the Secret War was happening. So it's like there's some real life stuff. There's some superhero stuff. Very cool. Very cool. Anyway, go support comic book shops. Bink, bink, everybody.
Right now, Mike, we are coming in incredibly close right now. If you go to kindafunny.com/Jim Lee, hold on. Yep, we've crossed $1,000. We are more than halfway to our goal of $2,000.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome, best friends. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for going out there and helping this awesome foundation and a fun collab with Jim Lee. Now, Greg, before we let Tim play,
Yeah.
I want you to know, a friend of the show, Jeffy Grub put out a
Love him.
great tweet yesterday about a sneak preview of what Jim Lee might be putting on your PlayStation cover. Did you get to see that one?
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh, man, I hope he does that. Just to make you mad. I hope he does it, man. He won't do it,
That's
but I
the-
thought it would.
We've given, yeah, it was dick butt. We've given Jim Lee the PlayStation 5 with nothing on it. And it was that thing of like, oh, I said, will you sketch on it, Jim Lee? And he said, sure. And then once I put it in the mail and tweeted at him last time, he's like, make sure you send the red, blue, and purple markers. Because that's what the kid did. The kid scribbled in crayon and marker on it. I'm wondering if Jim is just going to scribble on it now and not give me a sketch of any kind. He's like, there you go, jackass.
I kind of think that would be the best ending to this.
No matter what I'm in.
You have, yeah. Who did that? You don't even
Jim
have
Lee.
a kid. It's like, no, it's Jim Lee.
No,
All right, guys,
Greg.
you ready for this? Kev, are you ready?
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I'm totally ready. Sorry, go ahead.
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. We got Bowser's Fury. We're putting 30 minutes on the clock. Here's the situation, though. We are only allowed to show up to the first Bowser fight for this. So whenever that happens, after the fight, we got to switch over to the normal 3D world. But as you can see, this is Bowser's Fury, and it is a completely separate game mode at the title screen that you go into. And I was saying this on the Gamescast, but a lot of Mario Sunshine influences going on here.
Ooh.
A lot of muck about this tropical oasis. You know what I'm talking about?
I do
Sunshine
get
really
what you're
good.
talking about there. I do.
Yeah. But Mike, did you play any 3D World?
No, I have not, Tim. So that's a big one for me. I'm not a big Nintendo guy. So Mario, Zelda, all giant holes in my gaming history here. So this will be a new one for me come Friday. I'm very excited.
Okay, yeah, this is definitely a good one. Hold on, I want to go back up. There's a bunch of islands essentially. So the way Bowser's Fury works is this entire little lake we got going on here, which is called Lake Lapcat. There's a big cat theme in Mario 3D World. I don't know if you remember
get
that.
the cat
Greg.
suit. Oh, I remember the cat suit. Well, Mike, you get to climb on walls. You go meow, meow, meow.
There was a lot of meowing in this game.
Mario!
Meow.
But looking out here, it's like there's just a bunch of different islands that are all accessible from, no loading, no anything. It's like if you can see it, you can go there type shit. But there's just a bunch of different shines on each of these little tiny islands, and more unlock as you play, obviously.
Mario.
Gonna skip the cutscenes here. Nope.
Mike,
Greg,
We
you
are a-
tell me it. Yep.
we are about $100 away from crushing our goal of $2,000.
Oh my
and we've been
God.
live for 20 minutes. Thank you all. It looks like you're getting your Lady Gaga Oreo Oration. Get stoked, everybody.
That's
Now-
awesome, you guys.
Quick question for you guys behind the scenes stuff. Would you
Sure.
want it so you can see it bigger, or is this okay?
Oh, the Mario game?
Are you?
If
Yeah,
it's no
for the
sweat off
Mario.
your brow, I'd love to see it bigger. If not, I'm having a fine time
I would
watching.
like to hear it as well, Kevin, if you can.
Oh yeah, that's doable. Tim, you're gonna
Thank you, Kevin.
want to lower
So,
my
Greg?
volume.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
Tim,
the
you're gonna
cat
wanna
for you,
lower
buddy.
his. And I want to give
it's
a
me,
big shout out
Meow.
to, of course, the future class of video games, Blessing Adeoye Jr. for joining us, and Emron the Don Khan is in the building. Hey, you two, how you guys doing?
Doing good.
Doing
Here to
great.
watch some Mario.
Yeah, I
You've
got
done it,
yeah.
ladies and gentlemen. You've crossed $2,000. Keep it going. Kindoffunny.com/Jim Lee. Save
Yeah.
local comic book shops. Save local bookstores during this pandemic.
Wow.
Yeah, both me and Emron were very excited to see this game being played, and so
So
you
I
guys hanging
saw,
out?
I
Mike,
saw Browser Jr. just destroy an enemy for you, Tim.
Yeah.
Who gave him the right? Who told him to do that?
I actually just did that. It's funny you ask. I skipped through the cutscene a little bit there, but Bowser Jr. joins you, and you can play co-op with two people, and someone else plays as him kind of helping and hitting. Otherwise, you can decide if he helps you not at all, a little bit, or a lot. And he'll just go and attack people. Or if you hold the R button, you can kind of like tell him to go places. So, like up there's that question mark. I can tell him to go check it out. And it's usually a power up or something that'll fall. But so the way this works is there's cat shines all over the different islands, but a lot of them, it's kind of like Mario Odyssey, where sometimes you need to collect mini cat shines to get a full cat shine. So that's what I'm doing here, trying to get 5 of them.
Why are there cats following you?
There's a lot of cats here,
question.
man.
Great
You
question.
know? It's a good question that I don't have the answer for. You'll have to play the game to find out.
that's very Balan Wonderworld. It's like a Balan Wonderworld mechanic of just random small NPCs following you all over the place.
Well, so the thing is, at times, Bowser will attack you. And that changes the levels up a little bit. Like it starts raining, and it turns those cats evil.
Oh no!
So
Oh,
of course,
no.
they
Of
turn
course.
into bad, from friends to enemies.
A cat that's being a dick. How will I ever manage?
hey, Cats suck.
So are you a cat the whole time?
No. So
No, it's a suit.
yeah, it's just
Okay.
a suit. But as you can see at the bottom left of the screen, you kind of collect power-ups as you're going on, and you can stock a lot. You can stock 5
Okay.
of each power-ups, which honestly is a bit too much. I don't really know why they made that choice.
Well, I was gonna ask because like it seems like some of these things require the cat power up, and it would kind of suck to lose that and then like have to go looking for it again.
But that's why it is designed around them kind of giving you more than enough at
Yeah.
all times. And there are some Bowser fights that get a little stressful, and like you do get hit a lot.
It's really pretty. I mean, it was already pretty on the Wii U, but
Yeah.
right now still. So now
Yes,
here's my thing. You had
go
said
for
this. It wasn't, when you talked about this on Gamescast, youtube.com/kindoffunnygames right now. One of the things you had said, right, that it wasn't all that challenging. Do you feel like that's a turnoff? Do you feel like you're over that hump with it, that you're just there to collect-a-thon and have fun? Like, where are you at right now with the challenge of it and wanting to come back to it?
So to be clear, I was saying that about the 3D World, the core game, the original one.
Is that not what we're in now, or is this
So
Bowser's Fury?
this is Bowser's Fury.
Oh, my apologies. I missed
Okay, well, so we're about to have to cut this off pretty quickly. But so
You're
Bowser
too good.
fights here. Like you hear the music start playing, it starts to rain a bit, which essentially tells you hurry up and finish what you're trying to do because you're about to have to fight this guy while exploring.
Mike, I'm letting you know right now, I'm getting crazy. I've raised our donation goal to $5,000. Of course, they've already done it. They've got the Oration. They crushed the meager goal I set
Yep.
out there. But I've
Uh-huh.
added it up to 5,000 here.
I love that, Greg. Let's reach for the stars, and of course, thank you to all the best friends. Kevin as well. I know you're doing so many things behind the scenes, but
Killing it,
Greg
Kev.
did set the goal for $2,000. We are going to go for an additional hour on our stream, and we're going to have a live Oreo oration with the Lady Gaga Oreos. But get this, that was our day goal. So that means you achieved one of our monthly goals. So Kevin, you can add that to the clock right there. We're going to elevate our monthly
I was
goals
gonna
for the
ask-
month
I
of
was gonna ask.
February. All of you are killing it. Woo! Great stuff today, y'all. Great stuff.
So with these Bowser fights, obviously he shoots a lot of shit at you, but also it changes the levels up. So these little platforms are here, which allowed me to get up there for the first time.
Oh, okay.
Oh God.
Does anything set him off, or is it just like a time thing?
No, so if there is, I don't know what it is. It seems like it's time-based, and it can get kind of distracting because like you'll be trying to do something difficult, and then he'll just come up and just do this for a little bit, and if you don't interact with him, he just leaves eventually.
Oh,
But there's, hold on, real quick, I gotta turn it
wow.
off after this. But
Damn.
Hey, Blessed,
Yeah, all of a
you
sudden
hear
it's
this music? You hear these
shiny.
tunes? Reminds me of Conker's
Alright,
Bad
well-
Fur Day.
Oh my
Just
god.
makes-
yeah.
It just reminds me of my favorite. You know that. God, I love that game.
so there'll be little like Bowser blocks that are around the world when it's like bright and clean, and you see it here. So you need to know whenever the next time Bowser comes back, you got to run to those because they can only he can destroy them, which will allow you to open up the next section. So there's a lot of strategy in when he shows up and like what you should be doing. But it is a little weird that it seems like it's just on a timer that
Yeah.
it's probably around 5 minutes. But okay, now I'm going to go back to classic 3D world.
that feels like an idea that is going to like percolate for a while, and then we'll get like a new 3D Mario game at some point. They're like, oh yeah, this is what they wanted to do.
Totally.
This theme kicks ass, by the way.
It
Totally.
really does.
Now, Tim, I have some questions from the
Yes.
press pool here that if you can't answer, just say no if you can't answer.
Uh-huh.
Will this game be co-op? First question, couch co-op.
Mhm.
Second
Couch
question,
and
is it online couch? Is it online co-op, meaning I can play with you and my friends?
Yes, for both. So with Bowser's
Ooh.
Fury, Bowser's Fury is just 2 players, and
Okay.
Mario 3D World is 4 players online.
Oh, okay.
And
Very
Bowser's
cool.
Fury is the second player playing as Bowser Jr.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Oh,
And it kind of functions more similarly to Mario Galaxy, where they're not doing anything too crazy, but they're just kind of like helping stall or attack enemies or collecting things.
oh, okay, okay, interesting.
makes sense.
Kevin, just so you know, the stream is paused, but I still love you.
I see Kevin working hard like you were talking about. Look
Yeah,
at that. Kevin
he-
went through. He has the thermometer up there from Bink, so you
He's
can
doing
go,
a
of
whole
course.
lot of stuff going on.
Think it up.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, remember we are raising money today. We are asking you to hold your subs in bits. It's not about us. We are raising money for Bink, the book industry and charitable, book industry charitable foundation, who of course raise money for comic book stores and local bookstores to help them get through the COVID pandemic. Their mission statement is this: your support today will assist book and comic store employees and owners who are affected by COVID-19 with serious medical expenses, eviction prevention, funeral expenses, disaster assistance, domestic violence survival, utility shutoff prevention, unexpected loss of household income, and more. I had asked Bink to give me some, bullet points and stuff right there. They shared this story here from a store owner who had to turn caregiver. What happens when your store is staffed primarily by family members, who all contract COVID? Well, you become the caregiver. This owner needed to provide care for 5 family members over the period of 6 weeks. Thankfully, no family member required hospitalization. However, with the owner spending time caring for sick family members and with no one to staff the store income took a steep drop. Woo! As with many small shop owners, store expenses and personal expenses are one in the same. Without this income, the owner was unable to pay their rent. Bink was able to pay 2 months' rent to give them time they needed to ramp up the store's in-person and online sales again. The Bink Foundation is currently receiving an average of 7 to 8 requests weekly to help with housing stability, utility payments, essential medications, medical and dental procedures. Quote, if you're reading about it in the news, Bink is helping. What can you do? Let them know that Bink is here to help them. Word of mouth is the best way to get information to those in harm's way. So even if you can't donate right now at kindafunny.com/Jim Lee to raise money right here and spike the football, please, if you see a bookstore or comic store in need, reach out to them and let them know about the Bink Foundation.
There you go. Bink, bink.
Bink, bink, everybody. Binky, binky. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Right?
You read this incredible line and you do this awesome story and then you yell binky, binky.
Binky.
It's kind of funny, man.
I'm just saying if you go to binkfoundation.org, where is the store? Where is the Binky Binky shirt? That's what I want, right? We are $1 away from $2,500, which would put us halfway to the new goal of $5,000. You already crushed the goal. You're amazing. Kindafunny.com/Jim Lee or AKA Binky Binky.
Oh, Lord.
Good Lord. So the key thing here for 3D World is there's the levels and it's kind of just obstacle course, get to the end, but there's also other goals. You're collecting the 3 green stars in each one and this little stamp guy. On top of that, you have to get to the top of the flagpole for the flag to be yellow, or else you didn't really beat the level.
Oh.
Yeah.
Greg, I'm going to need a code for Super Mario 3D World.
Okay,
Plus
you got it. Did you already respond to the thread in Slack, so I know to do it. Or I guess technically you could just have Imran's because he's gone.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. I'm down for that. I would appreciate it. I would appreciate it more in that case, you know.
Tim, to get us off the subject real quick, what do the stamps do? Like in this version?
The stamps are there's just a big board of them that like you get to look at.
Okay, because they were Miiverse things in the Wii U, and obviously that's not a thing anymore.
Yeah, it's just kind of there to look at.
Okay. Just like, oh, this is too much work to get rid of.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to show you guys now, so.
Oh, okay.
But from what I understand, it doesn't do anything. But yeah, every level or most levels have this like little Sprixie person that helps you kind of like look to see where the stamps and hidden things are.
God, I love that they keep the fact that he climbs trees and does that handstand at the top. It's
Yeah.
classic.
Mario's a showboater.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, the game is
think about how
fantastic,
cool that was.
man.
Like the first time you play Mario 64 and you run around the yard and climb trees and all that shit. Mm-hmm. What a fucking cool game. I'm gonna play it again.
Like, I remember being so disappointed in New Super Mario Bros. U. Even though, like, I think that game is great from a level design perspective. But, like, the first time you see Mario in HD should have been a much bigger deal. And,
Totally.
like,
Yeah.
this is kind of what I wanted from that. Like, just them getting to play with shader tech and HD resolution and stuff like that to make a visually enticing thing that still looks like Mario.
That said, they nailed Zelda in 3D.
Yeah, I messed
or
that
not
up.
in 3D. Zelda's first foray into HD with Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
I guess Wind Waker, but
Wind Waker,
you know what
I guess,
mean.
would be the first thing, then Twilight Princess, but yeah. Can I tell you what always bothered me about this game?
Please.
Sometimes when you go into the world map, there's like a little sprite of Mario 1 Mario running. Like, you know what I'm talking about, Tim. Like,
Yeah.
they put white gloves on him, which is so weird.
That is weird.
The original sprite didn't have white gloves. He just had like the hands.
So what's the deal with Luigi everywhere? Because there's like a sprite. I think this originally came out in the year of Luigi.
Yes, that is the deal.
So that's it. That's the extent of it.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
That and Captain Toad had like hidden Luigis you could find.
Yeah.
You think
Oh,
we're
the
ever
red
gonna get
coin
another year
sound,
of
man.
Luigi?
The year of Luigi was also Nintendo's worst financial year ever.
Yes.
No, we are not getting another year, Luigi.
That's really funny.
You think he takes responsibility?
Luigi's like, that shit ain't my fault.
I'm picturing
That's on
Luigi
y'all.
doing the Dogaza thing, like the head on the ground, like bowing, like we're so sorry.
I like the idea being of Luigi being like Obama when he took presidency. He was like, no, this shit was here when it was already a recession. I'm inheriting this shit.
Oh, no.
Remember, everybody, we're asking you not to donate or sub to us today. Instead, go to kindafunny.com/Jim Lee. We're raising money for Bink, as they, of course, are raising money and taking care of comic book stores and bookstores during COVID and any other crises that may come around, to make sure that your local comic book shop, your local bookstore, is able to survive the unforeseen the world in 2021.
So I think one thing that would really help with charity is Blessing playing Resident Evil 7.
Yeah,
Oh, sure.
That makes a lot
Keep
of
pushing
sense.
that.
So, Mike, have you announced any plans for what that looks like?
Now, Blessing, I know a lot of the best friends, if they type in goals and they look at our monthly goals, there's one that's called Under Construction. Now, Blessing, that was for you and I. We're going to maybe share something special. We're going to go out there, but I know Andy really wants to play a scary game with you. So I will leave that up to you and Andy to decide. But if not, that Under Construction goal is for you and I there, Bless, just so you know. Okay? It's all up to
I mean,
you.
we can kill two birds with one stone there.
And put you both together doing it?
Yeah, me and Andy playing some RE7. That could be because we hit the goal for the January thermometer of me and Andy playing scary games, and that of course that could be any game. I am down to make that Under Construction. Me and Andy play some RE7 because I think Andy wants to stream RE8, and so I think that'd make a good 1-2 punch.
Twitch chat, what y'all think? Twitch chat, I need y'all to throw up some blessing emotes right now if y'all are vibing with that.
Twitch,
if
let us know.
we will do that. We will do that for you.
Everyone's saying RE7 in VR. Even I'm not saying in VR. Like,
I don't even know how does that work? Does that
We'll
work?
figure it out.
There's an
Yeah,
element
it would
of
be
it.
a
about that.
terrible. It would be a
Well, yeah,
terrible
me
Twitch
and Kevin
experience.
will
But
figure
yes.
it out. We'll figure it out.
No, because Greg, you can crop half the image and then stretch it to almost the right.
Oh, that sounds awesome. That's what I want to watch for 10 hours.
Greg,
There is like straight up an output box for our VR, so it should show up as a normal image.
I love that Blessing's face has just taken over.
Look at that.
Yeah, no,
Yep,
it's
yep. I
unsettling.
think they know what they want, Blessing. So you and I will confirm that today. We'll make that happen then.
All right.
it's weird.
But
how
y'all
much-
see it. Y'all got to get up there this month. Y'all got to get up to it, though.
See, now I don't know what I'm going to complain about if Blessing's going to actually do it.
Is it me or
You know
does
what?
anyone else think that Blessing's face in this kind of looks like that one chicken nugget that is kind of a
shit.
boot?
The boot chicken nugget, yeah, of
The
course.
boot, you know what I'm talking about. Look at it.
That looks like a boot.
All right, we're talking about stream goals and stuff. When is the
Barry.
race finally happening? What's up?
Oh
When
my
is it
God.
Oh my
going
god,
down?
yeah.
When is
Well-
it finally going down?
Cowardly
Me and Tim,
Tim,
1v1
Tim.
in a Cuphead race. When is
Oh,
it going down?
Motherfucker,
I thought we were talking about the
I
Mario
would
challenge.
be down to do it today. We're just not set up for it, technically.
Oh.
Say the
Oh, if
word.
Kev-
Say the word.
If Kev, if
You know
Kev
what I
can
mean?
get there, I'm in. I'm in, baby.
Barry,
I
kick
can't
it
do
in the stream.
today.
Kick-
Today is personal.
Today's no good for me.
Tim.
Oh, I'm
Hey,
Barrett
hey, hey,
Courtney.
hey, hey,
I
hey,
spent
let
a
me set the
year
fucking
writing
records.
and playing video games and editing a thing that's going live today at 2 p.m. on YouTube.com.
2:30.
I fucking muted him.
You got time. You got time.
He's so muted him, y'all. He's so muted him.
I need to set the record straight. I've been trying to get this, I've been trying to have this race go down for the last 2 years, and he's been so cowardly. And today is a fucking busy day for me. Y'all know Assassin's Creed and reviews happening. I got shit to do before 2:30. All
How does
right.
Barrett have that
on.
authority?
I love it. Yeah, none of us knew Barrett had that authority to mute me. Do we all have that? Is that something we can all do?
Yeah, you
Oh
just
wait,
server mute him.
he muted me even for the stream.
Wow.
Yeah,
He killed you. He just straight up killed you. You dead.
Oh my god, that is Barrett. You don't even know what I was saying. I was talking you up. I was hyping you up. I was giving full credit to Assassin's Creed.
It didn't
Damn.
seem like
I don't know about all
at
that.
first it didn't
I
seem like that
was.
was the way it was going, Tim. I'm
Wow.
gonna say.
We heard you got
Looked
out
like
the
you were
part
about to
that
call
you
me
should. You you got to the part where you were like, yeah, yo, I'm busy. I got to do Assassin's Creed 2:30, and then he muted you. He was like, he got the promo, and he wasn't ready for whatever was going to be on the back end of that.
No, pure promo, man. Pure promo.
Now, for the both of you, the best friends did hit our monthly goal to have you and Barrett collide in a World 1 Cuphead race. So that will be going on this month during our normal afternoon streams. You will see Barrett and Tim collide in Cuphead. Who's the best Cuphead? We'll find out right there. Now, who's actually going to practice? Because we saw
No,
me and
here's
Greg
the
play
rules.
Madden.
No practicing.
No practicing.
No practicing.
Oh my
I want to do it
God.
now.
Here's the
No,
thing.
like I'm
Barrett,
again,
Barrett.
like I'm too like even
Barrett,
off
Barrett.
like I'm too busy to practice. So
have
I won't.
It'll take what, like 30 minutes? You don't have 30 minutes?
Barely
No.
setting up those jobs.
I mean,
Yeah,
like
you do.
Alyssa's gone. I gotta like take care of Lulu. I got like house stuff to do.
I'll
like-
call Andy right now. He'll take care of Lulu. He'll take
doesn't
care
have
of
to.
Lulu.
Controller
No.
broken too.
That's a hard sell for him to come out of his room. Let's be honest,
We can
everybody.
get him
Great
out.
point,
We can
great
get him out.
Um,
I don't know Maria's number, but I feel like if like I call Andy, he could pass the phone to her. Maybe I can talk to her about watching the dog.
That tracks.
You know?
So this level's cool because it's Mario Kart and it has
Yeah.
Mario Kart music.
Oh, okay, okay.
Oh my god. Oh,
I
need
forgot
this
how
game.
good this game was. I'm so excited.
This
to
is
play
genius.
It's such an inventive game. Like they rarely reuse any ideas.
Oh my god. Play on an OBS is hard. What
Obi
screen
Trice.
should I be looking
Really
at?
milking.
So what you should be doing is
You should have another monitor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the recording device has a USB or HDMI out, and you should have that plugged into your TV, doing
Got
picture
it.
in picture.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I do not have that.
We're going to make Tim a streamer by the end of all
Man.
this one day. We're gonna make him
I'm
a
gonna tell you
big-time
right now,
streamer
I'm
soon.
really
Tim's gonna
happy.
cancel these streams before he ever gets to that part. I think he will make sure this does not happen anymore.
Tim, I'm
The
really
Wii U
happy
was like-
that Barrett so cowardly said that he wouldn't do it because he was gonna
Oh, I
kill
muted
you.
Kevin. Oh,
Kill
man.
you.
Oh,
No.
man, we're
He's mad with power. Barrett's mad with power.
The kids can still hear Kevin, which is the crazy
Yeah, I
thing.
Yeah,
know.
it's funny.
But at least we don't have to fucking listen to him. Punk ass bitch.
He got banned from the server. That's weird. You know? That sucks for him.
This stream has gone wild. This Wednesday has gone absolutely insane.
Ladies
today.
and gentlemen, if you're enjoying what you're seeing, remember today we are asking you not to support Kind of Funny. Instead, support Bink. They are raising money to save comic shops and bookstores, local comic shops, local bookstores during the pandemic, and a bunch of other tragedies, emergencies. If a bookstore or comic shop needs help, they can reach out to Bink, like we've already talked about, with people covering medical expenses, covering rent, making sure that these businesses can stay afloat. Right now, if you went to kindoffunny.com/JimLee, and each of you donated $2, we would crush the new goal of $5,000, and I swear to God, I wouldn't increase it. Again, you're just doing this out of the kindness of your hearts. If you can spare $2 right now, please go to kindoffunny.com/JimLee. You can donate there. Of course, we're doing this in the name of Jim Lee because Jim Lee asked us to when he agreed to draw on my PlayStation 5. And that's like a random generator sentence of something that like looked into Greg Miller and then just spit all this stuff out of what it would be and how this would happen. But Jim chose, of course, Bink here, the Book Industry Charitable Foundation, as the benefactor of our streams and this thing. So please go on over to kindoffunny.com/JimLee. Spike the numbers. Let's crush 5,000. See how high we can take it. But again, if everybody right now watching
To the
just did
moon.
$2, it's over.
To the moon.
I'm doing it myself. I'm jumping in here right now.
All right. Ooh, that kicked him out of the server completely.
I was gonna say, Kevin, you learned your lesson with banning people from the chat, banning mods. Now you know what's going on here.
Well, this is different than what I did with Greg originally when I banned him from the server.
So Tim, when are you gonna main up and do the challenge, the Mario challenge with me?
Motherfuckers challenge me left and right. I'm ready whenever. Let's just go. Let's go right now.
Let's do it, coward.
Blessing, are you a coward?
Yeah, I'm down right now. We have to make preparations. Is the thing?
Do you?
Here we
He
go.
still takes forever to accept the Cuphead challenge. We had to do a fucking raise. We had to do a fucking we got to hit a bar for Tim to finally do this. It's gonna take him forever to do a Mario challenge with you, Blessing. Forever. It's gonna take you 2 years.
I do want the Mario challenge to be something special.
I'm hearing a lot of questioning of my character, but I will say there's no definitive recorded proof of me ever saying that I wasn't at any time ready to race Barrett and Cuphead.
Oh, there's
Sounds
got to
like
be a
Barrett's
game
coming
state.
up.
There's definitely a show where you're like, I think you will fucking trounce me in a Cuphead
Character assassination.
race. Okay.
Here's all I
sure.
know is
This
that
does
today
seem like
Tim
character
Gettys said he'll do it right now. Anytime, you know what I mean? And Barrett said no. That's what I know.
All right, you
in
know
terms
what,
of what's on the
fuckers?
record.
Back
You know
down
what?
Barrett's what they call him.
Oh no, he's not gonna like that joke.
Let's not make nicknames. Wait, Barrett, I have a quick question. Can you still mute people?
No, because I'm not an employee anymore in the server.
Yeah.
Know how that feels.
Yeah.
Feels
Shut up.
accurate.
Shut
It's
up,
like
Imran.
you don't have any power anymore. You know what I mean? It's fun.
Yeah, I never. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Not,
But
not
hey,
a,
don't forget
not a new
Assassin's
feeling.
Creed in review. YouTube.com/kindoffunnygames.
Yep,
2:30.
2:30,
baby.
What a day for content.
You-
This
you know
charity
what?
stream,
I'm
Assassin's
downloading
Creed.
Cuphead on my
then
PS5
FCF.
right now.
Oh,
Let's fucking
shit.
go.
Yeah, you fucking are. Get it?
This is all fun and games, but me and Mike do have a date in New York to get him some
Wait,
warlords. All right,
I
come
am
on.
at the
now.
last warlord,
We
Greg.
gotta
I'm
kill this
ready
warlord,
to leave
bro.
New York together.
And also, I don't know about you, but I hear the lady calling. All right, I gotta
Lady
get
Gaga's
out here and do an
calling.
Oration with some Lady Gaga Oreos. What do you think's in here? There's a lot of stuff. in here.
Oreos.
Probably some Oreos.
That-
A
okay,
bust
fuckers.
of
Yes,
Lady
obviously there's Oreos.
Gaga made out of the Oreo cream.
Oh God.
delicious.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, right? It's classy.
I was thinking about this a couple days ago. As a teenager, I had some bad taste in music because I used to
Yeah, you
hate.
did.
I used to hate on Lady Gaga as a teenager. I'm not gonna lie. And the
Oh,
other day I went
crazy.
back and I listened through her discography. Bro, Paparazzi,
Oh,
that
what
shit
a jam.
slaps.
Paparazzi's
Oh my
a
god.
Fucking amazing
Poppin'.
song.
Yep.
Oh my god, what a song. What a catalog of music Lady Gaga.
What a
has.
catalog, dude. She had a couple years that were just like
So good.
only comparable to like Usher in 2003.
Only.
Now, Tim, just so you know, I don't know if you've been keeping track. I have 1 minute on the clock, and I set it for 28 minutes. So
Okay.
you are nearing your finale, just so you know. Okay.
Yeah. I gotta stop watch here too, so
Good.
you should be good. I think one more level
Here's what I'm gonna say.
of messing around. What's up?
Test them. Just test
Greg.
them. Let's
Test
go
'em.
for
See if
let's
they
go
bring
for an
the
hour and
bad
see if
hammer on you,
Nintendo's
Tim.
all bark no bite. You know what I mean? I'm not afraid of these guys.
One day when I'm out of the industry, I have a list of like insane Nintendo embargoes. I'll just like let go. Because like some of them are real fucking insane.
But for anyone watching now that might go by Mr. Nintendo, we're just joking.
Yes.
Tim is
so
not going to
funny.
test him.
We're so funny.
I heard Reggie was the real balls of the organization. Without him, they're nothing. You know what I mean?
Doug Bowser,
Bowser?
who the fuck?
A stiff
This
wind would
music
blow
is
him
so
over.
good.
Mike, people listen to me for some reason, and more people have joined the chat. If you didn't know, we are raising money, of course, for the Book Industry Charitable Foundation. They are helping comic book shops and bookstores get through the pandemic and life's other emergencies. Right now, we are at about $3,500. And now remember, you crushed the original goal of $2,000, which I thought would take us all stream. Now I set it for $5,000. We're trying to crush that, and then we won't move it up anymore. I swear. We'll actually dial it back to $2,000, so it looks even more impressive, and has the whole thing going there. But you all are amazing. Please, if you will, go to kindoffunny.com/Jim Lee. You can donate there. I've already gotten emails from Bink, or Binky as we call him here.
Binky.
They are, of course, calling us amazing. I don't know if they understood truly the power of the Kind of Funny best friends and how supportive you all are for short streams and how we're doing here. They sent me more stories, though. So again, what Bink does, like I said, is support bookshops and comic shops getting through tough times like COVID. Here's one for you. A store employee's partner lost their job during the pandemic. While working together to navigate their state's unemployment insurance system, they both contracted COVID. On top of COVID, late last year, the employee's partner also went through several rounds of diagnostic tests for a chronic disease. The bills that resulted from this diagnosis depleted the couple's limited savings. While their COVID symptoms were mild and they both recovered, the combined loss of the partner's job, treatment of a newly diagnosed disease, and 2 weeks of missing work without pay during the quarantine threatened to cause serious financial instability for the couple. They found themselves unable to pay their upcoming rent and utilities. Fortunately, this applicant reached out to Bink, and thanks to the generosity of Bink donors, we were able to keep them current on their essential household expenses so they could recover without added stress of not having money for their rent and utilities. That is what the Book Industry Charitable Foundation is all about. That's who we're streaming for today. Please go right now. Kindafunny.com/Jim Lee. Donate $2. We'll crush the $5,000. I'll do the Oreos, and maybe Barrett will accept Tim's challenge one day.
I'm trying to download Cuphead right now. My PS5 is not connecting to my monitor.
Oh my god, turn it on right.
I'm actually kind of worried.
Where you beat it?
I mean, I've beat it. I haven't beat it
Everything
on
but
the
a Tesla.
PS5 technically yet, but I've beaten it on the PS4 Pro, the Switch, PC, Xbox, 4 consoles, 5 times.
Gary
Give it
with
a-
his Tesla.
That's my thing. I was going to say we have to do a crossover where we get you into Ryan McCaffrey's Tesla and have it go out there and do it.
Oh my god.
Here's the thing, real quick. I have to stop playing Mario 3D World, so just let everyone knows
Hands
we're
off
done
the
with that.
controller.
That was
We're
a
done.
lot of fun. Comes out Friday. Can't wait for everyone to play it. Bowser's Fury is pretty cool. A lot of content in this game, more than I expected. It's a good time. Good time for everyone around. We'll definitely return with some more streams where we actually get to have no restrictions, multiplayer, 4 of us having fun.
Yeah, I want to play.
Shenanigans for sure.
Shenanigans.
Shin to the anigans.
So-
But okay, so sorry, go for it, Greg. What do you have to say?
I was going to ask, I think the same question you were going to ask is like, so now?
I was going to ask about some details on this Cuphead thing, but I feel like your question's more important.
No, I was the same thing. While you figure out that, while people continue to donate and everything else is going on, I do want to point out that I just mentioned Ryan McCaffrey. It's also important to point out Ryan McCaffrey having a bad day. So please go send him sweet, nasty love right now as he deals with some pup problems.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Beyond that, though, and of course, kindafunny.com/Jim Lee. Yeah, now, thank you very much. Now, as you figure out Cuphead and that downloads, as we pivot to the division, do you want to do the Oration now, or do we want to do after the division? Mikey, what do you think? Where are you feeling for this Lady Gaga Oration?
I'm really pumped for that, and I definitely want to make sure we bring a little more hype to that.
Okay.
Fill up the glass of milk, get the energy. So we'll go into the division first, but I do want to just double check really quick. Can I get a confirmation from Barrett and Tim? Are we gonna do this Cuphead race today?
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no only because I want this to look dope and I want to have
man.
overlays that we just don't have made. I'm down to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Down to
Hey,
do it.
Barrett,
Okay, we don't
for
have
the record, I
overlays.
Sounds like an excuse.
I was going to say, I want to know that back down Barrett, that doesn't stand anymore, all right?
Nope,
you
nope.
You stood up, Barrett. You are
I'll
stressed out today. You have a million things going on, and you answered the challenge. You, sir, are no longer back down, Barrett.
Start
You're
back.
badass Barrett. You're
when did I
badass
turn
Barrett.
back
You're
down,
badass
Barrett?
Barrett.
Barrett in the challenge.
Badass Barrett.
Guys, I'm
Meanwhile,
really scared
Tim-
about my PS5. I'm gonna
Tim
be
is,
real. It's
Tim
not
is
connected to my
officially
monitor.
Tim is officially total bitch Tim.
Total bitch, Tim.
I'm ready right now. Right now.
No.
Sounds like
He
he's
wants,
not.
he
No, it's too
wants
late.
his
It's too late, bro.
overlays. He wants to promote it effectively
Also-
and get people who
also-
care about Cuphead to come watch.
Tim, just so you know, like with your your screen not being hooked up the right way, you'd be fucked. Like
Yes.
totally
Great point,
fucked.
too.
Definitely. Unless you played with the PC version, I guess.
Which I could do because I have it downloaded and ready.
No, total bitch. It's fine. Just take your thing.
All right,
We'll make some
Barrett,
graphics for you.
Tim,
You've
don't
been-
listen to them. Look at me, Tim. Don't listen to them.
I'm looking at
we
you,
want
Mike.
to
I'm
make
looking
this
at
an
you.
event. This
Do it
is
the
a
right way.
monthly goal that the best
Okay.
friends earned. I want this to be great. So no, Tim, you do you. Let's get the best assets. Don't listen to them, okay? You're totally awesome, Tim, in my mind. Don't
I'm
don't
with
listen
you.
to
Mike
them.
is like
you.
the
Thank
friend
you,
that like
Snowbike Mike.
holds you
Snowbike's like,
back
I want a
with, like,
Exactly.
Hold on, though.
it's like when you don't want to fight a guy at a bar, but like you have to like show up, make it kind of look like you do, and Mike's like, no, yeah, I'll hold you back. Don't worry.
You get in there,
Hold
you get
it
2
back.
hits. I'll come peel you off, and I'll say, no, don't do this. Don't do this.
We're gonna have to come up with some rules, Barrett, on
what?
on what this actually is. So it's a race through World
The first-
1,
Yeah.
right? Cool.
Yeah.
Totally good with that. But it's not from the start of the game. It's from unlocks and all that. Correct?
unlocks. So like
Like a plus
I want to
game?
be able to use whatever, weapons I want. Unless you want the other way, but I feel like that's less fun.
I feel like it's more fun to have it be more like restricting because like the first world becomes easier with all the unlocks.
Mm-hmm.
I'll think about it. I'll think about it. I'm
think
down
about it.
either way.
What's fun? You know what I mean? Restrictions or no condoms? You know what I'm saying?
Great point. Whoa, Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Guys,
whoa,
I'm actually
whoa,
really
oh my
concerned
God.
about my
Kevin makes a point.
PS5 right now. I'm gonna say it's.
This is a different kind of Cuphead.
No, Kevin makes a point.
This is when Binky's like, wait, who do we partner with? Wait, who are these people
big
raising
guy
money
on
for
the-
us right now?
Also, I love Blessing just coming in. Kevin makes a point.
I'm just saying. More freedom.
I tried plugging in my PS5 into the HD60s with, before turning off the HDCP. And then I remembered like, oh, I gotta plug it in directly to the screen so I can turn that off. And I've tried plugging it directly into the screen, and now it doesn't connect to anything. And I'm really scared that I just fucking like fucked up my PS5 in a
I'm
really
sure
bad
it's
way.
fine. And you're probably
It's just not
gonna have to
handshaking right.
restart it. Yeah.
Yeah. This happened to me a couple of times. I had to start in safe mode, I think.
Oh.
Ugh, all right. All right, good to
Okay.
know. I'm gonna head out. I gotta
with
do
that,
stuff.
goodbye to Barrett. Remember, 2:30 West Coast, Best Coast time, youtube.com/kindoffunnygames, the premiere of Barrett's Love Project right there, the Assassin's Creed in review, all the Assassin's Creed ranked, reviewed, and given to you by our guy Barrett. Barrett, congratulations on all your hard work. He will be in that chat during that premiere. You can go hang out with him. 2:30, youtube.com/kindoffunnygames. Don't miss out on that one. Barrett, thanks for hanging with us.
Thank you so much for having me, Mike.
Of
Hey
course,
Barrett,
moving forward.
real quick before you
Keep
leave.
going.
You're an employee again in the server. Can you mute us still?
Am I muted?
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think?
It's hard to
Kevin?
tell.
Oh, he doesn't want to
Just
say.
tell
He
me.
wants to
Can
keep
you
that.
just
Like,
tell me?
Wow, yeah, Kevin. Wow.
Can you just
Sucks.
tell
We
me
can't
if
hear you.
it's still there or not?
Kevin,
We got you.
Still there.
So he
Kevin,
can't
you're
still mute
a
us?
blessing. Yeah, he
Oh
can.
yeah.
All right.
That's how it should be. Don't worry
I'll
about it. Don't worry
figure
about it.
out. No, we shouldn't
Mike,
be able
we
to just
are-
mute each other.
Nah, it's fine. Mike, we are
Including
about
myself.
$200 away from hitting $4,000, which would be $1,000 short of the new insane goal of $5,000.
That's really, really awesome. Me and Greg are going to continue on through Division 2. We're going to be taking down some warlords of New
We're
York.
finishing this for you,
We're
buddy.
going to continue to raise money for Binky. So
Binky,
go out there
Binky.
and support if you can. Even $1 will go a long, long way to help comic book shops and book retailers around the nation through this tough times during this global pandemic. On top of that, y'all, we're not done. Greg Miller is going to have a live Oreo Oration on twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames at the end of this stream. We're going to pour up a glass of milk. We're going to open up this box of Chromatica Lady Gaga Oreos. You won't want to miss it. I will make sure we have time for that at the end because it's going to be a really big one. Want to give a big thank you to Tim Gettys for coming in and showing off 30 minutes of Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury. Tim, you're incredible. The people love you. And you got everybody hyped because we will have a Cuphead race later on this month. You all earned it. It was one of our monthly goals. Tim and Barrett. Okay? Totally awesome, Tim. What's Barrett's new nickname?
Badass Barrett.
Badass Barrett.
Badass Barrett will collide in some Cuphead. All right? So make sure to get ready for that. Tim, you're good. You can go. Have a great day. Do business things like you always
Hell
do.
yeah. All right. Love you guys.
Tim, love
Bye.
you.
also
Going down
peace
the
out.
list, Blessing Jr., the future class. He's incredible. Tomorrow, you and I, Blessing, we have a fun one. We're going to play Apex Legends, and then we're going to open it up. You got the fighting game community riled up, so you and I are going to play some Smash Bros, and we're going to trounce
let's
some best
go.
friends. So if y'all want to play some Smash Bros with me and Blessing tomorrow, get ready for our Kind of Funny Games afternoon stream. Blessing, I love you. You're incredible. Remember,
Love you
don't
too.
miss out on the Blessing show. Y'all need to watch that because it's fire. Right, Bless?
Oh, 100%. It's out right now. Twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames. Star Wars, past, present, and future. Go check it out.
One
What
more
about your
thing,
PlayStation
Bless.
show?
Oh, what about your PlayStation
I have a PlayStation show?
Tell them about the XCast, though. Bless.
P.S. I
It's
love you,
super dope.
XOXO. We have a new episode up right now. Bloodborne, all that good stuff. Go watch. We have special guests Tamor Hussein, Brian Altano, Andy Cortez. It's an amazing episode. If you like Bloodborne, or if you don't like Bloodborne and you're curious about it, definitely go check out the episode because it's an amazing episode.
I saw a cryptic tweet while we were live that I think was maybe too early or was just getting stoned or whatever. Cisco.
Ooh, I
put
love
up that
Cisco.
he is getting ready to torture himself on twitch.tv/Cisco. And I think because of us. And I think that means he's going to start Bloodborne for the first time.
Oh, let's
Ooh,
go.
let's hopefully raid him after this. Blessing, before you go, you have one more thing. You worked really hard to get us in a partnership with IO Interactive to create some awesome Hitman contact. Why don't you let people know one last time what we're doing and where they can submit their contracts and what they need to do?
Yeah, so IO Interactive recently revealed their February roadmap for Hitman 3, and that includes Kind of Funny. So on February 23rd, they're going to feature Kind of Funny contracts on the Hitman 3 homepage. And so what that'll look like is basically there'll be 5 different featured contracts on that homepage. Me and Stomach Mike are both individually going to make a featured contract for that. And then we're also reaching out to the community. We want you guys to submit your own featured contracts. Basically, what that looks like is you go into Hitman 3, you go over to the contracts mode, and then you make your own contracts. If you make a contract specifically on the Dartmoor map of Hitman 3, that's what we're looking for. You can make a contract, make it awesome, make it fun, make it entertaining. You can then take the contract ID that you make and then submit it over to kindoffunny.com/hitman. Me, Stoic Mike, and Roger Corney be looking through them, picking our 3 favorite ones to submit to IO Interactive to be featured as a Kind of Funny contract on the Hitman 3 homepage. And so again, just go over to kindoffunny.com/hitman if you want to submit that. And then while I'm here, Stoic Mike, I haven't talked to you about this yet. But me and Barrett,
breaking news, everybody.
Me and Barrett Corney have been talking, and we want to play some Clue. For Kind of Funny. We recently gotten into. I've recently gotten into Clue. Barrett already likes Clue, and I learned about this Clue Steam game.
I'm sorry. I'm from the island of England. What's this game? I've never heard of this game.
It's a game. If you're over there in the UK, you might know the game as Cluedo.
Of course, because that's a stupid name. Thank you.
Yeah, they refer to it as Cluedo, which is Clue plus Ludo. Ludo is the word for game. They combined them. Cluedo is what you guys call it over there. But basically, the Steam game we've been having fun with. And Mike, I don't know if it's next week or the week after. Sometime soon, we want to stream some Clue because it's a very fun time.
Blessing, you know I'm down for it. We'll make it happen. Thank you so much for joining us, Blessing. Go have a wonderful Wednesday. We'll see you later. And
Peace
of
out.
course, before I can let him leave, somebody near and dear to my heart, somebody that makes me want to be better every single day, somebody I look up to, somebody I think that is just the smartest guy in the room, and somebody where I shut my big old mouth and I listen because he is so, so cool, and somebody that's always been kind to me, generous to me, and helpful to me. Emran the Don Khan is finishing up his final week here at Kind of Funny, and I'm sad. Emran, I don't want to let you go, but I know you're not leaving, right? You'll always be part of my life. You'll always be part of the best friends' lives, and you'll always be putting out incredible content and being just an awesome human being. So, Emran, any final words for me if I don't see you on Friday during your game's daily appearance?
Wow, that actually got me reasonably choked up. I've been in complete denial this entire week of oh yeah. Yesterday when we were doing Gamescast, I finished and I DM'd Reb and I was like, I'm actually really sad. That was the last Gamecast for me for being on as regular. And she was being very not very nice about it, but I think in my head I know this is not going to be the last one for me, that I'm going to keep coming back, that all that the community and everyone at Kind of Funny means so much to me, but you especially, Snowbike Mike, you are the nicest person I've ever met. Holy shit. When we met, what was it? Almost a year and a half ago, I think towards the end of the year. I think we had met once before that, but we actually did a show after the TGAs, and you picked up hosting duties for that one. I remember looking across the table being this guy is so talented. I don't understand, what is he doing at Slumming It here with me? I'm co-hosting the show with this guy who's clearly on step one of this amazing journey he's about to go on. And I'm so happy that you are part of the Kind of Funny crew now officially. And over the year, you've been such a good friend to me and such a good friend to Kind of Funny. And I can't wait to keep continuing that friendship with you.
Thank you, Emran, and I can't wait to continue with you. I'm going to miss you a lot, but I know you'll always be around to help me and guide me. And it's one of those, like I said, when I first met you, I was so scared because you were the smartest dude I've ever met. You're one of those guys where I want to shut up and listen, and I was intimidated, and you made me feel so safe and so good and so comfortable. So thank you, Emran, and I'm going to miss you a lot, but I know you won't be far, so I'll always reach out and keep you in my mind, all right?
All right. Thank you, Snowbike.
You're the best, big dog. We'll see you soon. You can get out of here and enjoy your Wednesday. We are not done. The tears are flowing, but we have so much more fun ahead of us. Mike and Greg are playing the Division 2. I'm getting out of New York. I'm sick of being in New York, Greg, and I'm ready.
This is it. We're getting you out
warlords.
here. Then you can come to DC with me.
Now here's the deal, Greg. Here's the deal. I'm on the final warlord. Or Kevin.
We stay in New York a little longer. You know what I mean?
For this,
you know
Kevin, I'm down. Here's my. I whenever you want to play from here on out at night, when I get permission from Jen, I'm in. And I won't be. I gotta go do my thing. I gotta go to a friend or whatever. Like I'm in. Let's do. Whenever you got time, let's set it up. Let's do the dates. But for now, let's get Mike out of here, and then let's chase down one of my guys in DC.
Okay.
Okay, deal. Let's do that. That sounds great. So here's the deal, Greg Miller.
Yeah.
I'm on the final warlord, and this guy's giving me and the crew trouble. Now,
we got his ass. Don't worry.
I believe you and I can do it. Now, should we open it up to the clan where 2 people can just join on us and run around next to us? You know what I mean?
Are you
we're in the
in
clan.
yet? I don't see.
I just got
can't...
in, so my game is acting weird. I'm in now. I'm in
Okay,
now.
I was gonna say I can't join on you yet, and that's trouble. Here it comes.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm totally down for you to open it up and let people join in. They know what's going on.
Yeah, people know if you're in the clan, you can come join me and Greg. Remember, you have to be, max level 40. You have to have all the side quests done because this is the final warlord. We are on the Statue of Liberty Island. We are fighting this guy. So, I'm not waiting around for y'all like Greg said. We got to go, baby. We got to go. Now, Greg, give him the rundown one more time because I got to go blow my nose to look like a big baby. Give him the rundown on what we're doing with Bink, and then let's go out there and kill it. All right?
You got
Let's
it.
do it.
Hey everybody, it's me, Greg Miller from twitch.tv/kindafunnygames, and boy howdy, is it a good day for you, huh? We already did Mario 3D. We already did a whole bunch of stuff there. We got to see Barrett yell at Tim, and guess what? The day's far from over. Right now on this stream, we are asking you not to sub or not to donate bits to us because we want you to make sure you are supporting Bink. That, of course, is the Book Industry Charitable Foundation. If you didn't know, over on Twitter, I harassed Jim Lee and somehow conned him into drawing an original Jim Lee sketch on my PlayStation 5 faceplate. It is en route to him right now, and I said in return I'd love to raise money for a charity of his choice. He chose the Book Industry Charitable Foundation. If you're not familiar with Bink, they are an amazing organization helping local comic book stores and bookstores right now through COVID. They've been there for a million different things, right? We read about it earlier that they cover domestic violence, emergency medical expenses, so on and so forth. However, obviously, COVID has been such a big part right now that more people need help than ever. And what it is that these local organizations, bookstores, comic stores, can reach out to Bink and they'll help cover expenses, they'll help cover paychecks, they'll help make sure that these people are able, and not just owners of bookstores, employees of bookstores, right, who have been had to go through some kind of emergency situation. They've been there for them. So we're asking you to go to kindafunny.com/Jim Lee, which will take you to our Bink donation page right now. We asked for a paltry $2,000. Y'all crushed it in less than 20 minutes. Currently, we have upped that to $5,000, and we are at about $3,900. So again, I know I've said it a few times, but if everybody right now who's watching right now just went and gave $1, if you could give one more dollar right now, we could crush the 5K. We could push on and go on through that. To give you another story here that I have in my inbox from Bink explaining what they do with real stories. A store recently contacted Bink after the death of their spouse. As we hear from so many small store owners, they had relied on their spouse's income and household expenses, for household expenses, and put store earnings back into the business. As the store owner was working out the finances of how to keep the store open and manage household expenses, the country was hit by the pandemic, forcing the store to close. Since their store is located in an indoor mall setting closure, that meant that the business couldn't do any business, that any business they could do would have to be done out of their home. Like many, this store owner quickly pivoted to selling online and with the delivery and curbside pickup. Without their spouse's income and reduced store income, the store owner falling further and further behind on their essential home bill, or fell further and further on their bills. With some help from Bink, the store owner is now current on their house expenses and can focus on reopening the store without the worry of losing their home. That is what the Book Industry Charitable Foundation is all about. It's about helping out these people, small businesses, small retailers, through this obviously global pandemic that has decimated the comic book industry and the bookstore thing. So every dollar you can give right now drastically helps. Again, a little over about 1,500 of you watching live. If you all went and gave $1, we could clear it. So many of you already listening. We are just $60 away from $4,000 on our road to this new stretch goal of $5,000. You've all been fantastic. Thank you so much for the support.
Fantastic, and an awesome foundation, a really cool collaboration with Jim Lee to go out there and paint, draw, and put awesome art on your PlayStation 5, Greg, and a great way to give back to some people in need. Now, on top of that, I promised I would read all the names. We're still going to do that. We're going to play this. And when Greg sets up for a live Oreo oration at the end of this stream, I'm going to go through all of the names that have donated. Just say thank you to each and every one of you for going out there and being part of this amazing effort. So thank you, best friends out there. I promise we will still do that. But until then, we got to go kick butt. We got one guy left. We got one jabroni. His name is Aaron Keener, and I got to take him down, y'all. And this guy sucks. I hate this guy, Greg.
We got him. Don't worry. I've kicked Keener's ass a few times. We'll get it here. I noticed Pow Dameron here joining us, of course, someone who never stopped playing the division.
Ooh, I love that.
Wearing the Kind of Funny ball cap. I'm going to toss on my Kind of Funny ball cap, too.
Now, Greg, where do I get my Kind of Funny ball cap? Because I see my boy Washburn's got one. I see you guys got one. Like, where do I get that?
I think you get it from the clan vendor. Have you hit up the clan vendor inside? Well, you haven't been to DC, right? That's
yeah, we got to get to DC.
When we're out of here, we'll go over to DC. We'll get you there. We'll get you in the Kind of Funny thing.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good.
I gotta change my top though. That doesn't match that. Are you? Let me know when you go, and I'll just fast travel on you.
I'm gonna start running right now. Yeah, because I don't have a fast travel there. So just give me a moment.
Did you mark the thing? Hold on.
Yeah, I marked it.
Okay, hold on. I'm tossing this on just for the hell of it, and then I can fast travel over there then, and you can just.
Sounds good.
Do it. Yeah, I'm gonna fast travel. So we're going to Wall Street, right?
No, I don't know.
Oh, that was the one I thought you had selected. Sorry.
I'm looking at Liberty Island. Is what it says on my screen.
Okay.
I'm 4 clicks out. I'm almost there.
Oh, there it is. I was just not. I was in Zoom. Sorry, fast travel to that too. Yeah. There you go. Once I get there, feel free to travel on me.
So
thank you all
rewind for a minute.
Sure.
Now, you and I, when Division 1 came out, it was set in New York, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Because it's been a long time. It's been a long time since I played that one. Then Division 2 went to DC. So you're telling me they brought us back to New York. Now, is this like a new reimagined New York, or is this the same New York that we played in Division 1, which is kind of up-res and just a nice touch-up? What's
new
the
section
deal
of the
here?
city is where we're in. We're in a new section of New York. So
okay,
yeah, this was them wanting to, like you said, we were already here before. They wanted to give you something different to go off of. And so, yeah, they dropped us into this new section of New York here to run around and do our tasks.
So not as big though, not as big as the first New York, correct?
No, very, not. You don't have all of Manhattan. And it's interesting, now that we're back and we're all playing, there had been some conversation about like, oh man, is this the last hurrah? You know what I mean? There hasn't been. We don't know what happens after Warlords. We know that we're building up on this manhunt to Faye, who is a character from Division 1, who stars in this thing you're playing right now, Warlords. God, I cannot find the words. And so it was this question of like, oh man, is this going to be the end of it? Like, are we doing more? And then yesterday on a financial call, Ubisoft confirmed that Massive is continuing to work on this and the Star Wars game, so that you don't have to worry. They say that this is getting updated throughout, or this will be updated throughout the year, and it'll be updated into next year as well. But what that actually means, we don't know, obviously. Could just be, it could just be, we're getting a few, okay, cool, here's another, because like if you're, I know you can't see it, but, and I can't see it because of where I am right now. Right, but, here you go, no. Like the way they changed it, I can't show you because we're in New York. The manhunt Mike's doing, when it's done, like he had to go take out a bunch of sub bosses to get to the big boss. Once we are done with New York here and we go to DC, you'll find there's a bunch of sub bosses there for a new thing, and that's what they've been all about updating during their 4 different seasons. Is they bring in different people for you to go hunt. Cool. So you go off and do. It's a reason to replay your missions, go do these things, keep up with the dailies and whatnot. And so there's the argument that. No. Massive will continue to work on this game and update it throughout, the next year or whatever, 2 years. And it could just be as simple as, we're going to give you more manhunts. Like, but is it going to actually be new content, or is it just going to be updating that? And, we'll see. But either way, we're back. We're playing on PS5. It's 4K rev.
4K 60, Greg. 60, big dog.
Gotta say that's 60.
That's a big deal to me. 60, bro. 60.
Tell you what, Mike, I've been doing they just finished up the Reanimated event 2 nights ago, and so it's one of those you had to get the headshots on them, or they'd come back up and you have to shoot them again. And I'll tell you, now that I'm here, not having to worry about that feels pretty good. It feels like, you know what I mean. Now I'm just out here on easy mode. I can just put the bullets into the bodies and be done with it.
Oh, I still like the fireworks that go off when you shoot them.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, you remember I saw that on Scott Lowe's game, and then we were talking about it, I think on stream, right? And Fran was like, oh no, or maybe it was a stream on Fran's thing, but it was, that's the True Sons armor, the armor set that you have. And so, you know, I had a few pieces, I didn't have it all, and then what did I do? I went and ran the high rise. When you start the high rise, you can tell it what loot to target, and it'll increase the drop rates on that. Was able to target True Sons, dropped a whole bunch of stuff, and here I am, blowing people up.
Okay, I love that. Oh, I can't wait to get into that.
Division doing a lot of great stuff in terms of like how to, like, even for me and Fran with the reanimated event, right? Doing the reanimated checklist of it, which at some points was obviously shoot people in the head, but it was also like, you know, take out 50 people with melee, take out, you know, 100 people reanimated with grenades. I'm making these up, but these are the kind of challenges you had. They awarded you with stars that you can then cash in for special caches. Like, you know, I want an exotic, I want a, you know, optimization cache, all these different things. But more importantly was a little battle pass just for that filled in with the stars that like you didn't have to redeem. They were just showing that you collected that many. And there was 10 levels, and me and Fran texted me. I was actually not in the mood to play. I was like gonna just play something simpler, and he's like, "Hey, do you want to do this?" I'm like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, let's go." He's like, "It's the final night, so if we, you know, I'm trying to get the last trinket here at the end at the max level. If you want to jump in," I was like, "You know what? Sure, I'm 3 levels back. I won't try to actually finish it." But we jumped in, we went into the high rise and just targeted those challenges, knocked it all out in 30 minutes, and it was like,
wow,
man,
okay,
this is great because it's like here it is, it's just combat. So for these challenges that are just combat, it was easy, and we worked together where it was like, if Fran got the 10 melee hits for that thing, they would count for me too.
Ooh,
So it was like this thing of like, all right, I'm gonna go after the fire ones, you go after the melee ones, I'll do headshot, and like we just went through and cleaned the place out and did everything. It was so much fun. Division's doing, you know, so much right in terms of games as a service, in terms of content, because obviously it's been out for 2 years now, but then also the fact that, hey, this is like the quality of life improvements for you to get in there and do what you want.
Well, I love hearing the quality of life improvements. I think that's one big one, Greg, was when we play these games as service. There's some that do it really, really well, and then some that make you want to tear your hair out with just how convoluted and complicated it becomes, which is like, give me the easy roadmap or give me the easy list and let's just get it done so I can have fun, right? I don't want to get lost in the menus. I don't want to get lost doing the same mission over and over again, not knowing what's going on, you know?
Yeah, and that's the
big
thing,
deal.
Especially as we joke around so much about Fran, right? Like, you can be Fran if you want and get lost in the menus. And, like, you know, before this, I was screwing around with my recalibration library, which is a giant conversation that I had totally rusted over on. But now that I've been back for a week or whatever, like, oh, back on the train of filling it out. Like, that's all there for you, but I also think it's as much, if you just want to play this as a cover-based third-person shooter and you like your gun and, like, you can run through, you're going to be fine. If you want to be like, you know, min-maxing or whatever and worrying about that stuff like Fran would, that's when you're worrying about like raids and playing on challenging and doing all these different things that necessarily don't speak to me. Like, I'm down to do those things, and I think we should do a raid on stream. That'd be awesome.
Yep.
But, you know, we can just horse around too, have some fun.
No doubt. We saw Fran have the menu stream recently. You tweeted out about that. That was pretty great, is right.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this stream is different than usual. Of course, we are going for 3 hours because of your support, but we're not going because of your support on subscribing to us or donating bits and tips to us or whatever. Instead, we are doing it because you went and donated to kindafunny.com/Jim Lee. We are raising money for Bink today, an organization that is helping local comic book shops and bookstores through the pandemic, covering wages, covering rent, covering medical expenses, whatever they can. We asked you for $2,000, and I thought that might be hard for you to do. Of course, it was not. You did it in 20 minutes, so we upped the ask to $5,000, and last check you were less than $1,000 away from that. So if you could go right now to kindafunny.com/Jim Lee, donate there, it'd be fantastic, because Jim Lee is drawing on my PlayStation 5, and I assure you that is worth far more than the $2,000 I was trying to raise for charity. Jim's a great guy. Obviously, he's been a Kinda Funny best friend for a long time. And good to us. So, and me specifically, obviously, through my career at IGN and just being a friend in the industry. So I'm happy to obviously take advantage of that to get a PlayStation 5 drawing, but also then to raise money for the charity of his choice and DC Comics choice.
That's awesome, Greg. And Jim Lee, of course, icon in the industry. Are there some standout moments for you and him together, whether it be in your personal life or like just through comics and his art, that stand out to you when you think about Jim Lee?
Sure. I mean, like, you know, for Jim, as a comic book fan, right, especially a comic book fan who was growing up in the 90s, that's, you know, really when I fall in love with comics and reading and stuff. Like, you know, Jim Lee was the name amongst names when it came to artists, right? And I remember him doing his X-Men run, founding Image, doing all these crazy things. And I remember years later then what a big deal it was for me as a DC fanboy to hear he was coming to DC and then see the success he's had there to climb the corporate ladder, right? And really be that guy who has risen through the ranks and kicked the ladder back down, to have new artists, new creators, new initiatives that are bringing on more and more talented to people. Like, I think Jim's doing it right there in terms of, hey, this is what comics are about. He remembers what it was like to be a young upstart and trying to get in the industry and doing stuff like that. And I appreciate that he's never let the heights his career has gone to distract him from who he is. Like, he does stream on twitch.tv/Jim Lee. He's going to stream drawing on the PlayStation 5, I believe, Saturday. I'm waiting for you to lock that in, Jim, if you're watching. But he streams all the time, and just his work and what he's doing. If you follow him on Instagram, he does stuff all the time of what he's going through and, you know, what he's drawing right now, what he's working on. Like, that's been amazing to see him never lose the Jim Lee I met, you know, years and years ago, who was still a big deal, but wasn't like, you know, the head of DC Comics. And even then, like, you know, to meet this guy who had not an ounce of hubris about him, right? He was not riding an ego trip because he was Jim Lee. And I always tell the story, yeah, you know, I don't always do, I guess, but like on DC Universe Online's 10th anniversary recently, I told the story of meeting him for the first time. And again, I'm, you know, this young upstart at IGN. I've been sent to San Diego Comic-Con, and I'm learning about this DC Universe Online game. And you know, the interview I get is that Jim Lee's they do a presentation, and then it's, all right, cool, you're gonna interview Jim Lee about this game. And so I have my tape recorder, and I'm sitting in a booth. I think it was like it wasn't, but it was like a restaurant like Hard Rock Hotel. It was, I think it might have been that steak place across the street from right at Comic-Con when you're going through Gaslamp. Anyway, so sat down in this booth. Jim was there, and he had this paper out and pens, and he goes, all right, who would you want me to sketch? And I was like, Superman. And he started to sketch a Superman while I interviewed him. And yeah, you know, that blew my mind, obviously. Then to see how fast he can work crazy. I still hangs in now Lucy James's room, but I haven't. It's one of my most cherished possessions. But it was that thing I always found it to be very telling of who I was, that I was here with this industry icon, a legend to me, you know, a hero to me in so many ways for a comic book fan. And I sat down, and he's like, all right. And I was like, all right, thanks for sitting down with me. He's like, no problem. And I'm like, is this game, first question, is this game gonna suck? And I'll never forget, he stopped drawing and looked at me, he's like, no, it's gonna be great. I've seen it. I'm like, all right. And it was just this thing of like, I'm a DC fan, and I've been burned by a lot of fucking DC games. And we had a conversation about that, right? And got to talk about the game. And it was like, I'm talking about in terms of him being Jim Lee, right? And again, if you don't give a shit about comics, you might be like, whatever, he's just an artist. But like, he's the artist. He's a rock star in the comics industry. You know, it was that one like, I forget, you're a kind of funny best friend, right? Like, how many times have I met you and I go, I know you from somewhere, I don't remember I'm good with faces, bad with names. What? And like, oh yeah, all right, from this thing, that thing. Jim Lee, you know, I saw him years later, remembered me, remembered my name, knew who I was. Like, he's one of those guys, which I always find so impressive, especially when you're on the scale he is, the pedestal he is, right? And so, yeah, like from there, the other story I always tell, right, is that if you remember another time when I was covering DC Universe Online, because that game took forever to come out, I hosted for them and IGN a fan like video convention thing where they were doing. And at one point I had as a bit, skipped the line, you know, ran up to Jim when he was sketching for fans and had him sketch Wonder Woman on my arm. I put out my arm and I was like, can you sketch something for me? And he sketched Wonder Woman. And I remember I took a photo of it and it was amazing and yada, yada, yada. And I told Eric Castro that story at some point because he was thinking about getting a tattoo of a bat symbol, I think. And I was like, oh yeah, Jim Lee. And he's like, that's awesome. Why didn't you get it tattooed? And I was like, that's a great question. I've regretted it forever. And he was like, do you think he would do it again? And I was like, yeah. And then a pandemic hit. Because I had talked to Jim privately about doing it, having him sketch Superman on my arm and getting it tattooed. And he was all in. But at the time we were trying to set it up, a little thing called COVID-19 hit. And that didn't happen. I wanted it to be a We Have Cool Friends. But I wanted him to come in, get interviewed in San Francisco, sketch on my arm, and then go get it tattooed. And so then, I don't know if you thought I'd have this many Jim Lee stories.
Wow, I'm loving it. No, I love every moment. Yeah, yeah.
My final Jim Lee story that I'll tell here is that Jim Lee is one of two people to ever call me a mensch. Do you know what a mensch is?
No, lay it on me. Tell me.
Mensch is a Yiddish word. So it's like, you know, it's Yiddish. Obviously, a lot of Jewish people use Yiddish or use Yiddish idioms, and it means just a really good person. Like, you're a really good dude. Like, it'd be like saying that, right? And it was one of those things I'll never forget when he told me that. And it was just, I forget, I helped him out. It might have been similar to this, a charity, or he needed something, or it was like he needed something quickly and I got it. And I forgot what it was, but we turned it around and made it happen. He's like, dude, you're a mensch. And I was like, so, like, you know what I mean? Of like, the only other person who's called me a mensch is Maurice LaMarche, the voice actor, you know, Brain from Pinky and the Brain, Egon from Real Ghostbusters. At one time after, I'm old. One time after I was on Talkin' Tunes up here in SF for Sketchfest, Rob Paulson's podcast and thing. Maurice was on it as well, and it ended, and we were hanging out, and we might have had drinks, I forget. And when it was all over, he's like, all right, I'm gonna, I guess, walk back to my hotel. And I was like, how far is your hotel? He's like, it's, and I was like, oh my God, like we were in SF. I'm like, that is not close, and you're not gonna go through the best part. He's like, oh, can I get a taxi? I'm like, oh no, that's not how taxis work in SF. And I was like, have you heard of this new thing called Uber? And he was like, no, what's an Uber? And I'm like, oh, you do this thing and the thing comes and it comes and gets you. And he's like, oh my God, that's amazing. And I'm like, yeah, I'll book you one. And so I booked him one and sent him home. And he had no idea what it was. And I got a message from him later of like, you son of a bitch, I didn't realize you were gonna pay for it. I'm like, oh, that's how it works. He's like, you're a mensch, man. I'm like, damn, that's powerful. These guys telling you you're a mensch. Because again, you know, Maurice, another hero of mine, right? Somebody I grew up on. Like, I get to lead a crazy, blessed life, as you all know, as I stream for Jim Lee and he draws on my PlayStation 5, and we prepare to draft our football team this evening. But it's all because of you, kind of funny best friends, and the people who've supported me my entire career. So thank you so much.
Wow. That's some incredible stories, Greg, and what a history between you two. I never knew that, and it sounds like you have a lot of stories together and a lot of great moments. That's really, really cool.
Yeah, Jim's a great dude. You know what I mean? And I think, again, like, this is, you know, like, remember, he was down to sketch on the PS5, you know, before I even pitched him on doing a charity thing. Like, he's just like, oh, yeah, sounds cool. You know what I mean? And then to be able to amplify it and have him pick a charity that is near and dear to his heart and DC's heart, right? I think that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and that's one I want to shift gears really quick, Greg. It's like, we've talked about you and Jim Lee and how cool that is, but another one is like, you've always been into the charitable moments here and really going above and beyond with your community, the best friends with our community here now. And what does it mean to do the comic book one with Bink now? I mean, this Kind of Funny studio was above the comic book outpost, a really special one to you guys. Like, what does that mean to now do this for Bink? That's a really cool one now.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it goes really far back with me. Obviously, comics have been such a huge part of my life for so long. It's awesome to be able to support this organization that I didn't know about, that I didn't know this was happening. And then it's also crazy that you guys are being so supportive of it. You know what I mean? Like, I think I know that I love comics, you know that I love comics, but I do also know that, like, when we put up comic-related content, it's not everybody's bag. You know what I mean? Like, the lion's share of Kind of Funny best friends aren't here for comics coverage, and I totally get that and respect that. So doing this, like, you know, to set the thing, first off, for a 3-hour stream, not a 12-hour thing, not a 24-hour thing, not something I've promoted for weeks and weeks and weeks, something, if you're not following on Twitter, you might have totally missed. To put it up, I was like, do you think we're going to hit $2,000? I was asking you, Mike, before stream, do you think that's possible? And you're like, 75% sure we can hit $2,000, and you crushed it in 20 minutes. So, like, it's always the fact that you come out and support it. I do think, again, if you aren't part of the comics community, if you never have been, you don't understand the razor thin margins comic shops, you know, revolve around. And I always go back to remove the pandemic from it. Back in Columbia, Missouri, there was one comic shop that I think is still there called Rock Bottom, that was the comic shop. It was all that was in Columbia. And one day, a person who would go on to become a friend named Quinlan started Quinlan Keep, an opposing comic shop. And opposing isn't the right word, but a competing comic shop, another comic shop. And I remember going in there and buying comics, but then also I was working at the paper, and I was like, hey, I'd love to do a write-up on it. And he's like, oh, sure, yeah, blah, blah. And, like, you know, we became friends based on some of these conversations, but it was talking to him and, like, what he was going through and how hard it is to start a business, how hard it is to start a comic book shop, the amount of money he needed to have on hand to buy that first round of comics, and then, you know, the amount of money he needed to continue to supply, and, you know, who he needed Polis, he needed this. And he told this one story I'll never forget that was, you know, that I think I put in the article. It was, he was, you know, there, you know, some kid came in, and he ran his comic shop differently than most comic shops, where rather than everything up on walls, he had it out on tables, so you could walk around and pick stuff up. And he very much encouraged people to, you know, if they knew how to handle comics, which if you're coming to a comic shop, you probably do, pick them up, page through them, read a little bit. You could sit there. I sat there and read plenty of comics I didn't buy there. That's where I read all of Civil War. But, you know, to do it. And so, like, there was one kid who came in, and he was going around and clearly shoplifting the books. And he's putting up his big old sweatshirt he was wearing. And so the kid tried to leave or whatever, and Quinlan went over there, and he was like, he said, you like the shop? And the kid's like, clearly, yeah, trying to get out of there. And he's like, all right, cool. And he, like, put his arm around and then patted his stomach, and the comics fell out. And he's like, why are you stealing from me? I'm poor. Like, I am not making money from this shop. Like, and he, like, kind of laid it all out. And, you know, he let the kid go. And then the next day, the kid came back with a thing of taco salad him and his mom had made. And because he knew that he was poor, and so as a peace offering, he brought him lunch, and they ate it together. And I thought that was the coolest fucking thing. You know what I mean? And like, you know, if you've never been in a comic shop and you are tangentially interested in comics, whether it be because of MCU, not because of DCEU probably, but anything you see, the boys, right? I would so encourage you to walk into a comic shop one day, go to the owner, the person behind the counter, and be like, hey, never done this, never been, or you know, years ago I was into this, or da. Tell them what you are into, even games. I'm into this kind of thing, and then watch their eyes light up as you say, can you recommend a graphic novel? Because for Kyle Stevenson this year, for Secret Santa, I of course reached out to our friend James Syme over at Isotope Comic here in San Francisco, who of course James has been down to clown with us forever. That's where we filmed Horribly Wrong Comic Book Origins back in the day, and that was when I did not know James. That was when I had him recommended to me by Ryan Keeley from Knockin' Boots fame, and we had gone there and filmed a show, and we've been fast friends ever since. But that's the kind of shit they live for. They love comics, right? Like, it's the same way of like when you have a good, you hope, GameStop experience where you go in there and you find somebody who loves stuff and is passionate about stuff. Like, they want to talk to you about it, let alone right now. And I know obviously a little bit different right now and who can go into what stores and where, but even at the window, you just be like, I want to support the shop. I want to do something. Hey, can we do something here? Can we give some money? So these are some long-winded stories to say comic shops are awesome. The people who run them are awesome. And you should go to kindoffunny.com/Jim Lee and donate now so we can continue to support them. I've refreshed Mike, and yeah, we're at about $4,400. So if we can come up with an extra $600, we have crushed the goal I thought outrageous this morning of $5,000. And of course, again, like I think I started to and then pulled up and got distracted by a question, but thank you for supporting something that means a lot to me but might not mean something to you, comics. But obviously you understand how much of a struggle the pandemic is for everybody, so it means so much that you Kind of Funny best friends show up for this. And of course, I think you, as I've already talked about earlier in the stream, blow people out of the water with your support. You know what I mean? I don't think Bink is a foundation, and I could be wrong, that gets a lot of people streaming for them on the scale that Kind of Funny is. And even Kind of Funny being a small potato stream, right? 1,500 people watching right now. Like, yeah, obviously there's bigger people out there, but I don't know if there's a community with bigger hearts than you guys. I think, what we always make up for in maybe our size or reach is the fact that you guys are passionate about helping each other and other people. And that means so much to me. And clearly I think it means a lot to people like Jim Lee and DC Comics and now Bink. So thank you.
Heck yeah. Thank you, best friends, and thank you for enjoying the afternoon stream. Of course, we've had a ton of fun. We've gotten so many awesome Kind of Funny members to stop by and bring some hype and have some fun. It's Mike, Greg, and Kevin Coelho on the ones and twos. Just enjoying some Division 2. Of course, we are back over here. We're playing on the PlayStation 5. 4K 60 with the new patch, having some fun, going through the Warlords of New York. Then we're going back to DC so I can play some more games with Greg and Fran.
That's when the shit gets
Kevin
real
as well. I can't wait to get real, Greg. I can't wait. This guy, now he's a pest, Greg. This guy right here, if people don't know about Aaron Keener, he's hacking all of my stuff. He has moments where he just won't let me use my cool gadgets, and he's getting me uptight, Greg. What's up with this guy?
Well, I know that you've been playing with the crew, you said, right? So I don't know how much, and I know you also you play the Division on Xbox, but then jump back in here, and so I know that this has been more of a streaming fun time game running through. I don't know how much you're paying attention to the story, right? The thing here with Aaron is that he used to be a Division agent. He's gone rogue.
Oh,
and so
okay.
The people you've been hunting used to be Division agents too. He basically convinced everybody, as you see the Division as a lie start popping up, that like, hey, why are we sacrificing ourselves for this? This is a stupid thing. The Division doesn't care about us. We're just pawns on the board. Let's take it back, kind of thing. So he is, you fought a lot of Black Tusk, if you remember, at the end of your Division 2 DC area. This is that the hook to them was, they're using tech like you. This is that, no, Aaron is using the exact same tech as you. He's just turned the Division tech against the Division. And so that's his hook and why he knows our stuff and what he's up to, right?
And now after we're done with this, Greg, you say we go back to DC for what now, right? So, like, give me the wrap-up of Division 2 of what we did in DC and why are we going back now? What's going to be the game plan?
Before I answer that question, I'd like you to beat it. All right?
Tell me. Okay,
Because you're going to beat this here, and you're going to get a cutscene that'll explain even more. Because you got this rogue agent, Aaron Keener, and a couple of the clowns you had to go manhunt that followed his Pied Piper thing, right? Is that the end of it? We'll have to find out.
Is that the end of it? Cliffhanger, y'all. Well, let's beat this guy right now because we're going to bust open these doors and we're going to be at him because I know we're right there. So this is going to be good stuff right here. And, of course, So we got to meet Richie, aka the line cook. You and I. You introduced me to him. Now you're saying Poe Dameron over here. Poe Dameron's been nonstop playing all the time. Is this a kind of funny best friend that you've seen from the clan?
Oh yeah, Pow over here, Pow Dameron. It's very confusing because exactly. He obviously had been a kind of funny best friend for a while. You saw him in the chat, but then when Division happened, he joined the clan with everybody else. But it was that thing where I'd always look at the leaderboards and he was always at the top of it. And I was like, what the hell? And then whenever you come back, even during the breaks or whatever, I'd come in to do something or load something up, he'd still be there. He never stopped. You know, he is like Richie, where he's obsessed with it. But even like the way Richie plays, I feel like was, you go ahead and hit that button, Mike. You go ahead. You
I have to hit that? Okay.
No, you don't have to, but I think we'd like to, it's your first time doing it. Pow has just been insanely playing it, I think. And I don't know if he ever fell off of it. Because again, if you want to, there's, Division content all the time happening here. But, our lives are so much different in terms of the next big thing. You want to talk about something, how many times on Gamescast can I talk about, going after a manhunter or whatever? You got to move on at some point and play something else so you have something for the job. Now, have you been this far?
I've been this far. Now, we have battled this guy 2 full attempts with about, 6 attempts in each one of them. And we're just struggling with, he's going to go into some modes where he just continues to revive with health and stuff. And I just can't beat him here.
Sure. Yeah, I understand 100% where you're at. We got to take down the control points and prevent the missile first, obviously. That's the first thing.
We got to rotate with this. Yep.
Yeah, but we got the thing that we're going to get on the first try. I want you to know it's over. Your national nightmare is over. We are going to beat this for you right away. But yeah, the thing that usually screws me in a team up with, or the first time when you go in here, is that you don't realize how critical that time is. Division really doesn't give you many missions that are like, oh, hey, you got to do it by this amount of time. So usually you can screw around as long as you want, but this one is very much like if you're not knocking these out and then taking out the stuff on the missile, you're going to have a bad time.
Yeah, we failed the first time on that, and then we quickly learned of like, you got to be moving and shaking on this part right here is right. Now, what about the raids, Greg? So, I'm a big World of Warcraft guy, and I grew up with the raids.
For the record, I did not know that. I did not know.
Oh, really? I'm a big World of Warcraft guy growing up as a kid. And so when I've seen raids go into Destiny 2, these new MMOs, or whatever you want to call these games and services over on console, I really was like attracted to that. I loved the idea.
Sure.
I've never played a Division raid. What is that like here, and how many are there?
Right now, there's 2. I've only done the first one. The second one came during my I guess downtime or whatever you want to call it. And so I hadn't ever I have not screwed around with the second one, and I don't know anything about it, which is good. I want to play it with you guys, and especially a little bit. It'd be fun to get a crew in there doing that. The first one though it's similar Division content, new area, and then it's just going through a longer mission as you go through and fight all these different things and stuff. And there's a similar thing to it of like, and what made it so difficult that for console players of like, there's a challenge early on of okay, cool. Oh shoot, what was that? Where is he? Do you see him? Oh, he's over there. Oh, you got him up. Ooh. Getting hot. We're getting hot.
Getting real hot in here.
But anyways, it's a bunch of different stuff to go through and do, and there are the usual like take this guy out in a certain thing, take out there's one part that was the really hard part that if you remember when this started, console players were having like an impossible time with it.
Yep, I remember. That's when I quit. That's when I stopped playing this.
There's where you have to like take this guy out, but then he's also you got to use these computers all around it and yada yada yada. There's all that kind of crap to do. So it's more complicated Division missions, but it's the content.
Okay, so here's my question to you. You and I've played a lot of Destiny, and I've done a lot of the raids, whether it be with my friends or with randoms. Now, where would you put it on the scale of like Destiny raids? Because you got to remember, those had like, I wouldn't call them puzzle solving, but kind of like the platforming,
100%,
mysteries, like that. Like, does it have?
It
this
doesn't
kind
get
of stuff
that
like
intense.
That?
No, I remember playing that first Destiny 2 raid where it was like, I had to go into the weird circle and run and jump around like a hyper loop or whatever. Yeah, you don't have to worry about that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Ooh, binky.
Now, this is the difficult part for me is we're fighting a lot of drones here, and they're very, very small, Greg. Like, the hitboxes are razor thin on this, and I think that's the biggest frustration I have is, like, I'm easy at shooting, bad Division agents. When it comes to these tiny drones, they're just so small, it's just so small.
And it's like you said, if everybody's watching my screen, I don't know what screen they're on, or if Kevin's showing too. Like, you know, Aaron, I had him almost done on armor, right? But then he went and healed. So it's like, crap. All right, you got to restart on that then. Which again, I like the challenge of it. You know, it's obviously frustrating if you screw it up and die and have to start over and do it over. But like, I do appreciate like this being feeling like a main boss fight, right? Feeling at the end of a game boss fight. He's healing up again, this son of a bee. All right, yeah.
I thought you were supposed to be a challenge. You're tougher than you
He
look.
sounds like that one comedian. The
Bert
like,
Kreischer.
No, that does really, really dark jokes.
Oh, Dane Cook.
No.
Okay.
Oh my God.
That was a joke. That was a joke. Something Jesselnick?
Oh, Anthony Jeselnik. Yeah.
That's the one. That's the kid.
Jeselnik. Okay. Yeah.
We got him. We got him, buddy.
Jack.
Oh, did we really? I was just gonna say this guy's at 0 health. Is he dead right now?
Yeah,
What's
no,
happening?
this is a story thing where he does it and then he runs and then we follow and then you get a cutscene. And you should listen to the cutscene. All right, everybody should listen to the cutscene.
Everybody, listen.
Make sure he doesn't get away.
Greg, you made that look really easy.
Well,
Wow.
again, I'm over leveled, you know what I mean, and I'm using crazy good stuff.
And we have Pow. We got Pow.
And
who's
Pow's
like
here. All right, here we go.
700.
You're done, Keener. Don't try anything.
My time's up.
Wait, what did you do? What did you do, Keener?
You have no idea what's coming.
Rogue agent deceased.
Fuck. Fuck this guy. Come on. Let's get back to Haven.
Hostile radio intercepted.
Schaefer, come in. Schaefer?
Remember, this is Faye from the first game and who you saw in the beginning of this.
Schaefer, do you read?
Listening.
Fall back. Keener's dead. But he's activated the network.
What's the damage?
Parnell's watch is collating the data. Looks like it's all of them.
Shit. More rogue agents. Just what we fucking need.
No. It's perfect. This will bring the division to its knees. And that's when we'll end them. Once and for all.
See, Mike, she was a division agent. She was the one who called us here to help. She was from the first game, and she was a bad guy all along.
Dang, she's doing us like that?
That's what's happening when you go back to DC. You get so like all the seasons have been hunting other rogue agents and taking out the other rogue agents, doing exactly what you just did, right? You take out the 4 different ones to get to the 5th main one, and now with this one, and again, why they thought there might be no content anymore. When you jump in here, she's the one we're going after, so we're knocking out all the different manhunts to get to her.
Okay, sounds good. So we will in DC eventually get to her. Is that our goal
Yeah, I
here
think she's
in
a
this
couple
part
weeks
of
out now.
content?
Yeah, exactly. So that's the thing.
Okay.
We've been out there hunting. Yeah, here she goes. Yeah, well, that's not actually what it, but yeah. We've been hunting her down, and so yeah, we're getting ready for the final fight with her to see where that goes. How far out is Faye?
You did good. Almost gives a guy like me hope.
So people are saying she's available now. You can do the
okay. When we
manhunts.
take out Cersei. Okay. My apologies.
So
Thank you.
now let's take a moment, Greg. You love the division. You're happy that they said, "Hey, we're going to continue content with Ubisoft Massive." What would you like to see next? Like, how do we elevate it, or how do we keep it alive for you for 6 months, a year, 2 years? What do you want as the roadmap? What do you want?
I definitely think another raid would be great. I think they've done so much great stuff with like the high rise with Warlords of New York. I think another piece of content like Warlords could be awesome. I don't think we're going to get it. I think we're going to get more manhunts and more seasonal events and more weird one-offs like this Resident Evil thing, which is great and cool, and I'm down for all that. But I would love more story content. Like I don't even know. I'm sure actually it's out of line or whatever. I'd like to see what happens when we beat Faye, but I won't look ahead.
Okay, he won't look ahead. Want to give a big thank you to Pal right there. Pal, you're more than welcome to run around with me and Greg. I have no problem with that, but I want to just say thank you for carrying me on that one. I truly appreciate that. I'm even going to unmute my weird microphone here on my walkie-talkie and just say, hey, Pal, thank you so much. I love you. I appreciate you. You got to do it, Kevin. You got to do it, baby. They put it in here.
You sound like you're a McDonald's drive-thru employee.
He keeps joking about it, but how cool is it that he could do that? Like,
that was
how
easy,
cool.
right? That was very easy.
One click away. I can't wait till you guys copy it on your controller.
No, we're not bringing it over to my controller. No.
Go to the seasons thing so we can get you back to DC. So go check in there or whatever. While you do that, I want to point out that, ladies and gentlemen, today we are raising money for BINC. Of course, it is the Book Industry Charitable Foundation, helping both comic book stores and local bookstores stay in business during COVID and life's other emergencies. We're doing it in the name of Jim Lee because he's drawing on my PlayStation 5 this weekend on twitch.tv/Jim Lee. And I said, I don't want you to do this for free. Who can I donate money to? He said, help out BINC. So if you go to kindafunny.com/Jim Lee right now, you can donate. You smashed the goal of $2,000. We put up a new goal, which is crazy, of $5,000. And currently we are about $300 away from $5,000. So if we could cross that finish line, it would be huge. Like I said earlier, I don't think BINC is used to getting people coming in here and raising this amount of money. They have sent me another email here that I want to read to you. You are incredible. Thank you. You have helped to elevate our mission. We just received a new request for help. Please let your fans know their support today will go to work immediately. The Kinda Funny fans are giving people hope and peace of mind during uncertain time. Thank you so much. That was from Kathy over at BINC. Thank you, Kathy, for letting us be a part of this. Thank you for being so helpful. And thank you all, obviously, for going out there, donating all of this and being great to us and helping us be great to the people that we end up working with.
Heck yeah. That's awesome, y'all. And remember, because of your support, we are going to go for that extra hour today. So we are streaming for 3 hours, thanks to all of your support with BINC. And on top of that, Greg Miller, put up the box right now. We got a really special event at the end of this live stream. We're going to pour some milk out. We're going to have some fun because a live Oreo Oration with the one, the only Mr. Greg Miller is going to happen live on twitch.tv/kindafunnygames. We're going to open up the Lady Gaga Chromatica edition. I call it Lady Gaga. I know y'all hate that, but trust me, it's funny to me, and I'm going to continue to do it because I love that, all right? Don't worry about it. Now, I will say this, Greg Miller.
Lady Gaga.
Here's a great one for you, Greg.
I'm here.
So up here in Tahoe, we have an awesome concert venue right outside by the lake, outside on the casinos. And every year, we always bring a bunch of country artists, old artists.
Oh, yeah.
But one time every summer, they bring somebody hot, Bruno Mars. And last year, or a couple of years ago, they brought Lady Gaga. And who did I have to take to the concert? My lovely mother, Greg. And me and Mom had an awesome time at Lady Gaga. She was incredible, impeccable, and put on an amazing show. And it's one of those, I know we're living in a COVID world, but we're going to get through this together if we continue to buy in. And one day, we're going to go through, and if you ever get the chance to see her live, I highly recommend it. She puts on a killer show no matter where she is. She's always rocking, y'all.
Yeah, when the Oreo got announced, I tweeted out about it. I was like, "Hey, Lady Gaga, do you want to come on here and do this, or do you want to come do an Oration with me?" And yeah, then Christine Steimer popped up. She's like, "Years ago, you didn't want to go to the concert with me," and I was like, "First off, I was making no money. All right, you know what I mean? You have to be when you're low totem pole IGN people. You have to decide what you're gonna buy money for. All right? How dare you?
I'm rubbing pennies together over here, Steimer." Now, Greg, tell me, you go first, and then I'll tell you where I'm at.
I was going to ask you where are you at? What's happening with you?
So I just clicked on this season, lady. That's what you wanted me to do, correct? This person over here. And
Gaga,
so is there something where I click on it? Is there something I click on it, or do I'm good now?
What did it? explains seasons to you?
Yes, it explains seasons.
Oh,
to me.
okay, cool. Then now I would say hit the touchpad, and then let's fast travel back to Washington D.C., and then we'll go to the White House, and then we can get you your hat.
So I just go talk to the pilot, correct? The pilot will take me over there if I don't have fast travel set up for that.
Yeah, that would work then. Yeah.
I'm gonna go talk to him. He's right next to me. Now, Greg, since we are going to open up these Lady Gaga Chromatica Oreos, let's just really anticipation to get the hype up. What do you think they're going to be? Because you've had a lot of Oreos in your day. You've tested some crazy flavors. What do you think these are going to be? Like, just looking at the box, seeing the pink, seeing the Chromatica, knowing the song from her and Ariana Grande, you know, what do you think this is going to be?
Wait, what's the song from her and Ariana Grande?
Oh, Rain on Me, I believe is what that one's called. And that one's hot. If you haven't heard that song, that's a great song.
Well, as you glance, of course, when a new Oreo flavor drops, I do not, go out and say, hey, I want to go spoil it for myself and see what's up and where everything's going. You know what I mean? I don't do that. I very much, I want to know what I want to get in there. Hold on, I gotta accept this, don't I?
Oh,
I want to get in there. It was me. Pat was Ariana. I want to get in there with a fresh taste. So I've looked at no reviews or anything about it. When I look at it, you got green cream.
No,
and then it looks
get out of here.
It looks like the pink cookie. Maybe it's a shortbread cookie. So you got to start wondering there if it's going to be a shortbread taste or if it's going to be a different taste. If it's going to, what the cookie's going to taste like. We're going to go from that.
That's exciting. That's going to be really exciting. Now, Greg, I love Oreos. You got me really deep into the Oreos of trying new flavors. Off the top of your head, maybe rattle off maybe one or two of your favorite Oreo flavors that you can remember.
Berry Burst, chocolate cookie birthday cake. You know, the one that was the one that you didn't want the shortbread birthday cake. You wanted the chocolate one. Or I guess the shortbread was good too. Of course, pumpkin spice Oreo. Are you kidding me? Right there, a delicious one. Oh my god, I get so excited when I see that one come back. Candy corn, not that bad. You know what I mean? People forgot about candy corn, of course, but I didn't. It wasn't that bad. If you come to me, you should be able to come here and get your Kind of Funny hat like you wanted.
Did you go upstairs, Greg?
No, I ran to the clan room.
That's Poe.
I'm falling back to you.
There you go. I see your name now. It's popping up. Cool. Got you. Okay, you know what? My favorite one is that you tried Cinnabon Oreo.
That was a really good one too.
That was really terrific. I would get that any day of the week. That's my favorite right now. This is it.
Go there. Yeah, he should have the hat, I think.
Yeah, he's got a hat. He's got a bunch of different ones. I didn't know he had berets and bandanas. You can rock any look you wanted to.
Oh, Division's all about choice. Put it on, dressing your character up, having some fun,
Now, my character is based off of Bobby Draper. Now, have you watched the great show The Expanse? And have I told you the word of The Expanse on Amazon Prime yet, Greg? Because it's incredible.
I've been told by Andy I look like my hair when it's long like this. I look like Miller, Thomas Jane from The Expanse.
You do.
And then I know Lucy James has been watching The Expanse, so I know there are a lot of Expanse fans happening around me, but I have not myself taken the plunge, as the kids say.
I'll tell you, Greg, once you and Jen are ready to take the plunge, you're going to love it. Deep sci-fi, whole lot of action, whole lot of adventure, an incredible cast and crew that you're going to love.
He doesn't
like that. You know what? He'll grow to love space.
I like space every so often. It's a rare exception when I like it.
Greg.
Yeah.
Don't come at me like I'm a liar.
Kevin. Kev, we're not coming at you. We're all your friend here.
'Cause I'll cut you.
Kevin, don't your heart medication. Don't do this.
I'll cut you, goddammit.
I know you will. I know you'll cut me.
Now, Greg, here we are. Where do we go next? What do you want to do? What can I do with you now?
Well, if you look at my screen, or you can look off of your own thing. I'm hitting touchpad, then I'm going L1 over to Manhunt. And here's where you look at the mini bosses we need to then get Faye, because we got to get Faye and make her pay for her crimes against the Division.
Let's do it.
And so I started looking at what we want to do. Like, as you can see, if you're people looking at my thing, I have a whole bunch of stuff to do. I've only taken on Kestrel, but I have a whole bunch of other people here I can go after. I've done a little bit of work, it looks like, over here. So we can focus on Magnus. And then when you look at there, let's go to West End Federal Emergency Bunker. I can drop that pin for us.
Drop that pin. Let's go to it.
Weston
Magnus.
Federal Emergency.
Dustin Magnus Xavier, alias Magnus, age 51. Now, Greg, in the middle of a world that is the Division, let's all put ourselves in that world, okay? Let's close our eyes and imagine 20 years from now, we just never battled COVID and the world's gone to complete crap, right?
Of course.
Do you think at the age of 51 you could still bring it against me and a bunch of young buck division agents? Like at 51, do you think you still got it?
Well, remember, of course, the whole way the division works, right, is like the division people were all just implanted. Then one day, all hell broke loose. Their watch went off. Like, we got to go. So I don't know how many of these people are actually like keeping up with their exercises and like their gun and stuff. Like, it's like what you're asking me right now is like, could Hugh Jackman kick my ass? Yeah, Hugh Jackman could beat the shit out of me, right? Like, I feel like Magnus could give me the old run for my money there.
Okay, because I look at the other agents, Greg. If you look at the other ones, 26, 30, 24, like all these other ones are young bucks out here. All these ones are young bucks right now. This is a grown man right here at 51.
Yeah.
Let's go on over here.
All right, if you fast travel, me and Power here over at
10-4,
the mission.
10-4.
I don't like, of course, this isn't my normal outfit. People who have been watching for a while know I tossed it on I switched into the hat. We're all in the hat. I got to find something that matches.
Wow.
My thing a bit better here.
Immediate flashback seeing the DC map. I immediately flash back and remember all of it now. I can definitely picture everything that we've done. Yeah, I'm back right away into this. Wow.
Wow, wee wow.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
That was crazy, y'all.
I don't hate this. The old Jill Valentine's story.
Greg, your name is missing. It doesn't super matter.
Oh. But I got it. It's super simple. I turned it off earlier because we were doing that Mario. I'm kind of feeling that. Kevin, do you like that? You like that? This hooded look? Oh, but then I lose the hat. What was the point of putting on the hat?
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah. Need something to match.
I don't like it.
I don't hate that. It's a look. We'll try that for a while. Okay.
Kinda Steven says we have hit 5K. We've hit our goal to help out in collaboration with Jim Lee on Bink. Kevin, can we get a confirmation on that one? Can we get a confirmation on that bar? I'm gonna double check as well. Heck yeah, we did. Heck yeah, we did.
We're over.
Thank you
guys. Thank you all
friends.
so much for your support today.
That's awesome. And plus, on top of that, as I take a look at our timer, we have one more full hour, Greg, of playing. So what we're going to do is probably aim in for about 30 to 40 minutes of gameplay. Then we're going to settle in for a 20-minute Oreo oration. We're going to read out all of our donations as well to give some big thanks to our best friends out there. So you know what? You guys know what we're doing. That is our time frame as we move forward on our Wednesday stream. On top of that, youtube.com/kindoffunnygames, 2:30 p.m. Barrett is going to show you his incredible project he's been working on so hard, Assassin's Creed in Review, a live premiere on YouTube. You can hang out with him in the chat, have some fun. On top of that, after that, 5:30 West Coast, Best Coast time. Your boys Snowbike Mike and Greg Miller will sit down for what? The Wild Aces' first ever official fan-controlled football league draft. Going sign up right now. You can become part of the team. You can help vote on who we draft for week number 1. You can help vote on the plays during game number 1 on Saturday. Greg, you put the franchise tag out. I got some questions as I fast travel to you. You put the franchise tag out on quarterback number 1, QB1, as the football world calls it. Big moment there. What was that like with you and Austin Eckler and your newest part owner? Why don't you tell us about that as well, that went into this collaboration?
Yeah, so there's a lot happening, and I understand a lot of people don't understand what the FCF is because you don't want to click on any of the links I do or talk about it. So you're stuck here with me now. So haha. Fan control football, right? The idea is that you guys voted on the name, the logo, the jerseys, all that stuff. We're the Wild Aces, and you're gonna vote on who we draft, and then also what plays we call on Saturday. So today's the first part. This is a huge day for us. I missed a call right now from D's over at FCF, who you might remember from the press conference we did about this when we announced we're going for it. And Mike, are you not with us? Where are you?
I'm fast traveling to you as we speak. Okay, I couldn't find you guys on the map for quite some time.
Well, we ran off. Oh, there you are. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So like today's the first day where it actually starts happening. So yeah, at 5:30, we're going to draft the team. If you're not paying attention, like I just said about all that other stuff, this is a real thing. We own a real football team. The other owners, of course, are like Richard Sherman, Marshawn Lynch, former NFL players, Quavo from the Migos. There's a whole bunch of different people involved with this that have teams. What'll happen, though, is that because of COVID, obviously, and it's sucking and changing things dramatically, they're doing 4 teams for this first season. And to keep that fresh and be crazy about it, what they do is that Wednesday we draft the team, then Saturday they play, and then the Wednesday after we draft again, meaning that every week we have a chance to be like, oh man, and we're playing the Glacier Boys Saturday. They suck, they're terrible, we're gonna beat them to death. But they could have a good player that we're like, you know what, that person was really good and we can make a point to try to draft them. But even as me saying we can make a point, I'm not talking about me and Austin Eckler. I'm talking about us, because right now what you can do is you go to fcf.io for free. You register on the site. You say you register as a Wild Aces fan, and then today you vote on who we draft. Our time on the clock will come up. You'll have your app either on the FCF app or on there's a Twitch extension too that I'm not 100% ready to commit to working for us. Because of, we're co-streaming and yada, yada, yada. You can do it fcf.io, though, at the same time, too. You vote on who you want us to draft, or who you want the team to draft, and then the person with the most votes gets drafted. And so then it's the same way on game day, where you'll be presented with a bunch of different play options, and then we all vote on the play to run, and the play that gets the most votes is what is actually run. It's this, they want it to be this mashup of real-life football, but then with Madden counterparts. And I know you're saying, I don't like football. I think it's going to be crazy enough, first off, that it'll be interesting to watch. It'll be fun enough that you're hanging out with us, and I'm sure the entire game on Saturday and the entire draft tonight, we're not going to only talk about football. We're going to have a normal kind of funny podcast hangout stream with it. But beyond that, it is also settling problems I have with the NFL, right? Where I think 3 hours is a very long time for an NFL game. And in a world where I have a million other things to do, that often ends with me going like, I can't commit to this. FCF games are a running clock. They are 60 minutes. That's it. So we can tell you right now on Saturday, it's us versus the Glacier Boys at 5 o'clock. It will be done at 6 o'clock. We will be, calling the plays, doing that. There's no kicking. So that means that they have this cool 1v1 2-point conversion thing where it's the quarterback out there and then it's the defender and the wide receiver, or there's a couple different ways around it. But for this argument right now, that's how they do it, right? I think this weekly draft is a really cool, fun idea. To your point, we're going to be able to franchise 2 different players. We're only franchising one for week 1. Franchising, of course, meaning that person is permanently a Wild Ace. They won't go back into the draft. We picked Gertie, Jackson Erdman, a quarterback that we found to be, first off, super impressive in camp, but more importantly, one of us. Like, he gets it. He's going on podcasts. He wants to be part of the Wild Aces. He's using the hashtag. He's having a good time, and he seems like a good dude. Because again, if you had any ifs, ands, or buts about it, like, we want this to represent what Kind of Funny is, a group of best friends who are hanging out and having fun. Sure, I want to win the game, but I also want to cut a really sick promo on Friday for Richard Sherman and Quavo, right? And destroying, who I don't know that well, and I probably won't talk much shit about. But like, it's all about us having a lot of fun and bringing good people that are good. And guess what? If there's an awesome player out there and it turns out that awesome player is a fucking douchebag, I don't want him on my fucking team. Tell me and we won't draft him. We won't do that. That's the whole thing of us being together today for the draft, is going to be getting behind the movement, right? Like, there's a Mizzou kid out there who's a wide receiver. I don't want him with pick number 1, but I want him. So it's like, what are we going to do? And where do we fill out this team? And we have a whole shopping list and thing we want. It's like, it's going to be just a lot of fun to clown around and to go out there and have fun. And it's not, I've seen so many people being like, it is about getting, I guess, in a way, the Kind of Funny brand out there, but it's more about getting the Kind of Funny shenanigans out there. I don't expect a lot of people who watch the game on Saturday to be like, man, I want to look into this Wild Aces thing more. Oh man, they review Oreos and yell about movies and rank. I think that's not how it's going to go, but it's more the fact of like, man, this guy who dresses up as his character Johnny Ace and this other guy who's wearing sunglasses in a sport coat yelling at Richard Sherman seem pretty interesting. They're funny. I like that, and I want to be a part of that team. Now, Mike, you are a big sports fan. Are you excited about the FCF? Why or why not?
I'm super excited, Greg. I think you said it best, right? I love sports, but I also hate how long a lot of these sports games go, whether it be baseball, basketball, football, etc. All of them last from 2 to 3 hours, and I just don't got that kind of time, Greg, to sit there and take a nap in between and get lost. And I am excited to see this reduced time kind of running clock, stay fast, stay fluent. But what I'm really excited about is it brings back the days of arena football. It's a smaller field. It's going to be a lot faster play. It's going to be a lot more scoring involved, which means means a lot more fun. And we got to see the test broadcast last Saturday, you and I, and actually a number of people because they opened it up to the public. And it was really, really cool to see the broadcast quality that they're going to bring. They have drone cameras. They have lights on the sideline. They have the big WWE walk-in main stage down the ramp. I'm really excited about. So I think for me, it's the presentation and the quality. And then on top of that, to call plays, right? I think that's the coolest one. It's like, I'm involved now. It's not Coach Gruden down on the sideline. Mike and all the best friends get to call their own plays. And it was actually really it was really easy. It was fun to do. And I can't wait to see how they elevate it because it was cool. And I can't wait to see that aspect. It's going to be cool.
Yeah, you know, I think you say a lot about it, and that's honestly where I'm at right now. There's a subreddit thread right now that I saw this morning before I had to go run a bunch of stuff and haven't been back on it. That was, are you excited for this fan control football thing? And a lot of people were like, no. And I get that because if I was going to ask most kind of funny best friends, I already know, do you want to go watch football? They'd be like, no. The thing I don't think people are expecting is the quality of this, that it's somewhere between WWE in terms of presentation in NFL. And that means that not that there's going to be crazy storylines and people being jerks, but like, you know, last night they decided the draft order based on challenges between the founders, right? Like Dees, who is the guy who came through and was on the announcement stream with me back in the day. Like, right, he threw a football out of the press or the announcer's box into a trash can on the field. Like, they're embracing the fact that this is goofy and this is supposed to be fun. And like, you know, in the bubble right now, because obviously they're taking COVID super seriously, they have all the players down there, and they gave the players classes in Discord, in Twitch, in Twitter of like, this is about you interacting with the fans, right? Like we franchise tag Gettys, and one of the things about it that it's amazing, right, is that now that means that when I have a question about a player, I go straight to him. I'm like, hey, do you have good chemistry with this person? Like, you know what I mean? Like, do you feel like this is a good wide receiver you'd want us to target? Like, we're having those kind of conversations with our team, let alone the fact that, and this is something I talked about on the Wild Aces podcast, because there's a podcast for our thing already from a kind of funny best friend who started the podcast. Go check it out. The Ace is Wild. But I talked about it as like, what's super cool for this, and something I kind of touched on earlier, of like, obviously you guys let me live my dream, and you have for quite some time, and now my dreams evolved from me getting to do cool stuff and live a life revolving around games to helping bring on people like Mike and Roger and Blessing, and the list goes on, of course, and making their dreams come true of working this industry and doing it. And, you know, what I found funny about when the FCF really started, because again, this has been something we've talked about forever, but we haven't done a lot with because it's taken forever to get going and a million other things. It was the idea that I noticed players starting to pop up in my Instagram DMs pitching themselves. And I was like, oh, that's funny. And then I was like, oh, wait, right. This isn't a lark to them. Like, for us, this is a funny, goofy thing we're doing, whatever. This isn't a lark to them, right? Like, these are people who love sport and love football and probably aren't good enough for the NFL, right? Like, they're good, they're great, they played college ball, right? They're standouts on their teams, but they're not necessarily someone who can be one of those top 3%, Mike, that go to the NFL. Yep. And it was that realization of like, oh, right, like, this is the same thing for me, but for them, of sports, of like, hey, let's make your dream come true. Let's get you to go play professional football. Like, because like, you know, knock on wood, all things considered, like I was telling Jen today, right? Like, the thing I'm the most excited for after the actual game and everything else is, pardon the interruption, on Monday. Are they going to talk about this? And I think they will, because it'll either be, hey, did you see this disaster? Or, hey, did you see this cool thing? Or, hey, did you see this and what do you think of it? Like, I don't think people are prepared for the production values. I don't think people are prepared for how much fun this is going to be, period. And then I think that's going to lead to mainstream people actually looking at this. I don't know if it's going to be around for 3 seasons. I don't know if it's going to flare out after 1. I don't know if no one's going to tune in on Saturday. I think it's really cool. I think it's really different. And I think, you know, when I was in these things and I was talking to the Mizzou wide receiver that I want to pick up at some point tonight, you know, he kept ending all his messages with "sir." And I was like, oh, right. Like, number one, I'm fucking old. Like, I think of myself as a guy who just left Mizzou, but I'm not a 25-year-old Greg. I'm a 37-year-old Greg who owns a football team. And to this guy, that I am the owner of a football team, right? And it's not this goofy lark. It's not this thing we're going to have some fun with tonight and draft players and, you know, have Johnny Ace do all this goofy stuff. Like, that's awesome and powerful and exciting. And it's, I can't believe that this league means so many different things to so many different people already. And that's what's so cool about it. Like, I hope it's a huge success and I hope it's around for a long time. But more than anything, I hope everybody gives it a shot this weekend to pop in and see what it is and what it looks like. And if it's not for you, totally get that. But I also think somebody put it really well in the Reddit thread today of like, I'm pretty sure this is going to turn into them sitting around drinking beer and making fun of Richard Sherman. And that sounds like the most kind of funny thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Whereas this isn't going to be us testing your football IQ and like what. And as I saw also people concerned about the ability that, you know, since we don't know what we're doing, and that includes you, the person picking the plays, that we could call a play that would end with somebody getting hurt or increasing the percentage of people getting hurt. Where, again, it's important to point out, I think, that the play calling is from a selected pool. Like, it's not like it's going to be 1st and 10, which I know doesn't mean a lot to any of you, but you're going to be able to call a punt. Like, these are plays that would make sense in some regard for that situation. And back to what you're talking about, Mike, but from a different angle, the field is smaller. It's a 50-yard field, right? 35 wide, meaning that one of the reasons they like it for this and what they pitched me on is like, that is less room for you to get up to ramming speed and really fuck somebody up. Like, don't get me wrong. Obviously, injuries are a part of any sport, any physical activity. They are going to happen. But it is this thing of like, the smaller field and the different rules they're running with too are designed to protect these people. Like, this isn't, you know, meant to be. I remember when XFL started, right? And it was smash mouth football. It's fewer penalties and yada yada. And this is XFL 2001, right? When I was super into it, like
Mama,
that was meant to. Yeah. That was meant. I remember somebody broke their collarbone on the first scramble for the ball and shit. Like, that was meant to be a different thing. This is 7-7 on 7. I see you going through 7 on 7. This is a smaller field. This is meant to be a high scoring, fun game, and that's what I keep coming back to. Is like, this is designed to be fun. It's designed to be high scoring. It's designed to be, we make a goofy play pick and it really works out, or we go, oh man, that was a mistake. Like, we're just out there having fun. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I think it's going to surprise a lot of people on Saturday.
Yeah, Greg, you said a lot right there, and you said it really, really well. I think coming from my sports background, when I left high school and started to move into college, I know that I would have given anything for a chance to continue to play basketball, the thing that I loved and I was so much passionate about. And to hear that these guys have created a league to give people the chance, the opportunity to continue that dream, to continue that passion is a big deal. You know what I mean? No matter where you are, no matter what your walk of life is, when you look at the sports world or you look at any career path, there's so many few limited numbers of people actually being able to do that. And here's an avenue now where we're opening it up and allowing people to continue to live out that dream. And maybe people take this as a stepping stone to go further up the ladder. Or maybe they get to live that out for a season. But that's a big deal. And to me, that's something that will resonate with me. Because I remember I would have given up anything and still would to go out on the hardwood, just like Andy Cortez would, right? If the San Antonio Spurs called me or Andy, we would drop everything and be there tomorrow in our short shorts and basketball shoes.
And the other thing, again, like to try to drive home how kind of funny this is, and I mean that in terms of what we are and what our community is and yada, 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 is I can't tell you the amount of tweets I've gotten from mothers. And I don't mean random mothers, I mean the players' mothers who are campaigning for us to be like, you know, yeah, Gettys real good. He'd be great to throw to my son. It's like, oh my God. Like, yes, that's exactly what we're talking about. Like, this is going to be fun. This is meant to be, you know, a bunch of people out there throwing the ball around, having some fun. And
we talking FCF or what?
We are talking some FCF, doggy
dog. Baby.
Talking a little pigskin, slinging the pill, Max. Slinging the
pill, baby. Slinging it back. How you feeling, Andy? Welcome in, man. Talk to us about a little football. Tell us about all that.
I'm stoked. I mean, you know, we made the overlay last night. Seems to be looking pretty good. I am excited to see what happens today. What time is that at, by the way?
5:30 is the actual draft. That's when I think that they're doing a whole bunch of stuff on twitch.tv/FCF, but we'll be coming in hot off of the Kind of Funny podcast. The draft itself, I think, actually might be starting more like 6 now, but it originally was 5:40. So it's like we're gonna spin up the stream after the Kind of Funny podcast. Mike might be on early, and again, to how we're treating this, right? It is come and go as you want, hang out, talk shit, talk about who we want to get, figure out what we're going on.
We need that star white out, you know.
We do need a star whiteout.
Yeah, we need that.
Do you want me to share?
I
have an inside track document I can share with you.
Oh my gosh, yes. I need my agents to look over this.
Okay. Because I do. Are you gonna pop in for the draft? You can hang out this a bit tonight?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I do want to, you know, one thing that is very clear. And I know Mike's still doing the whole thing of like he's still when he's talking about Kind of Funny, it's still struggle for him to say we. I do want to point out that like Kind of Funny owns this team. Like I know that I'm the guy who's been handling and everything else, but I do want to make sure if any of these other owners or whatever drop in on our chat and hang out with us, like you guys are owners as well. So I want your opinions out there, you know, as much as anybody. And of course, I guess technically, so everybody else's opinion matters just as much because you're all voting on it. But you know what I mean.
I know what you mean, dog. I know what you mean.
You feel me? You feel me?
I just got off recording. I did a little thing with Rooster Teeth.
Sorry.
That was a lot of fun, actually.
Sure it was. Yeah. But you know, it's like I always feel bad sending you back there. You're like you left for a reason, right?
Yeah, man. But you know, missed the hell out of it. You know.
Sure.
Missed the hell out of it. Good state.
Yeah, here we go.
Good beers, good bros. You know.
They do got good beers.
Yeah.
Give me that. Yeah. Give me that Lone Star. Give me
No,
that
man,
Austin Beer Works.
Man, I need some Austin East Ciders. I'll tell you what. I need some East Ciders pineapple, some East Ciders blood orange. Oh my god.
Burrito Bear in chat says, when is Austin Eckler coming on some Kind of Funny content? He is booked for the Kind of Funny game, or not the Kind of Funny Games cast. He's booked for Kind of Funny podcast. Geez, soon. I want to say in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Andrea's today. Forget who's next week. Then it might be him. He might be next week. He's on the docket. Don't worry about that. And for the first time ever, I'll confirm. So is Jerry O'Connell. Slider star Jerry O'Connell is coming.
Amazing. Amazing.
Can't wait. So big on that one.
Absolutely amazing.
Like, I love that.
Again, like the funniest thing, Greg, is, you know, we bring this up and how, like, you know, apparently he's listened before. I don't know what the
when we tweeted him and he's like, yeah, I love Kind of Funny podcast, and it was like, oh yeah, he must have done something. He's just like, yeah, your escape room episode was great. I'm like, how the fuck did you watch the escape room episode?
But yeah, he was on Le Batard's show a couple of months ago before they left ESPN as a celebrity prognosticator, like to pick games and who's gonna win or whatever. He was doing a terrible Sugats impression, and they're like, that's awful, Jerry. That's a terrible impression. And it was just like, it was so weird that he was on there, and then to see that tweet, yeah, one step closer to the Le Batard show, you know?
Yeah.
One step closer getting out of here.
We're getting there. We're doing it. We're getting there as best we can, you know, we're trying.
Mike, did you see the video that I posted of me yelling shut the fuck up at Nick Scarpino?
I have not watched that yet, but I saw the tweet out there. I'll have to watch it after the stream.
Okay, got it.
I just, pretty good moment there.
Because I need Kevin to watch it, because Kevin sided with Nick a lot, and maybe if we bring up the video on stream, people can see that I was not in the wrong.
Andy,
we're going to this control point, boys.
It just was mean, you know. Like, regardless of whether or not Nick was wrong or right about
or
like,
just
hey,
not shutting the fuck up.
Yeah. This is a workplace, you know. We got to keep a workplace mentality. That's important.
Thank you, Barrett. Barrett's in chat saying Andy was not in the wrong. Look, like it was wrong for me to lash out like that, but also it wasn't wrong for me to lash out like that.
Mike, just so you know, that's not the mission. Those were just some jabronis getting in
some jabronis. Sounds good. I'm moving right now. Now, I will say, you got to remember, Monday, Tuesdays, Mike, Nick, and Andy, just a bunch of shenanigans. And, of course, Andy with the great recommendation for us to play Control with Nick. We absolutely loved every moment of it. Got us really excited to play more of it. I hope that we continue on, because that's a really great game.
Is that why you yelled shut the fuck up at him? Because he was talking over Control?
No, we were playing Call of Duty. I mean, Greg, do you want to hear the audio?
Yeah, I saw the clip, but I didn't have time to actually.
Can we watch it? Can we bring it up?
Actually, yeah, if you bring it up, because I have it here. I was gonna show the
coming
clip.
in after you, Mike.
No. There he is.
What?
Yeah, there it is.
Okay.
If you want to just bring that up for
Yeah, give me 1 second. You can. And
yeah,
you guys
understand, Greg. You know, Call of Duty Warzone is very, very notorious for having terrible audio.
Sure.
It's hard to hear in the game, you know.
I mean, tell them the esports level as well, Andy. Like we're out there, we're keeping comms hot, Greg. Okay, so I need the comms clear. I need call outs crisp. I need people concise. I need people moving and looking. I don't need some jabba jaw talking about buttered toast. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and so
totally,
we're trying to keep it tight. Come toward the end of the game.
Too many people.
All right, here we go.
What? No. How'd they
Andy, get up there and help him.
What?
Andy, get up there and help him. Andy, get up there. Rooftop, right? He's hiding right outside the thing. His boy's dropping in. Get out of there. Get out of there. No, he's right behind you, Andy.
I can see him, Nick. Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Rewatching it now, I really feel like you were like he tells you not to go. He's calling
Kevin,
you back. He's
he
like,
tells me not to go 2 steps before I'm outside of the fucking door.
I don't know, man.
Right,
but as you keep watching it, no, but keep playing it.
His boy's dropping in. Get out of there. Get out of there. No, he's right behind you, Andy.
I can see him, Nick. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Look, keep playing it. Because look what Nick retorts with. Look what
He's helping you, bro. Look left.
Andy's
no,
just embarrassed. Andy's just embarrassed because that guy took his gun away from him and beat him over the head with it.
I got beat down. Dude, he's just shut the fuck up.
You know what? I'm dead silent the rest of the game. Good luck in the goosh.
No, you better not.
Good
be.
luck in the
Get outta
goosh.
here.
Good luck in the
You
goosh.
you know it's hard enough to hear shit in this game.
I'm trying to tell you, don't come out the door because it's 2-on-1.
How'd they
Andy,
get
get up there and
up
help
there?
him.
What?
Andy, get up there and help him. Andy, get up there. Rooftop, right? He's hiding right outside the thing.
There's
His
few
boy's dropping in.
things
Get out of there. Get out of there.
as
Get out of
annoying
there.
as
No, he's right
backseat
behind.
gaming when it's not going right. You know what I mean? Like you already know it's not going well, and somebody's like, "Oh, don't go." I'm like, you've played. Yeah, it's like you're talking, Andy. You know how this game works. You know I've already committed at this point. Like, what do you want me to fucking do about that?
That's why I lashed out because like later on in the clip, I'm like, no, you didn't fucking tell me to go back. You told me to go back when I'm 2 steps away from being there. Like,
You know,
I was so frustrated.
Last week, we were having fun with it, obviously, but like it was cracking me up because I haven't played a competitive game in a while, I guess, on stream. That like whatever, but like the Madden thing last week on Friday, where people were like, I glance over the chat and people were like, "Greg, what are you doing?" I'm like, yeah, "I'm fucking up on purpose. This is a bit." You know what I mean? Like I threw that intercept. Shut up! I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. They switched all the buttons. What do you want me to do? Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh, too much fun. Now, Greg, that's a fun learning moment for me, right? As the new guy, the third wheel here, I'm the glue trying to keep everybody together, like Kevin Coelho. Now, for you, what do you play into it? Do you lean into it? Do you tease these two, or do you try to keep them together as your young sons to go out there for greatness? What do you do?
I mean, you gotta. It's gonna be different every time. You gotta roll with the punches on what's going on and where how people are feeling, because that's the biggest thing. Is I yesterday like in a normal day, obviously I don't mind being the punching bag, and I like being the heel, right? I like whatever, being a troll to some extent. But like yesterday, my Crash Bandicoot comment on Games Daily got taken out of context, where and then Barrett doubled down on it on Twitter, and I deleted the tweet, and then he tweeted about me deleting the tweet, and it was like, no. And I started to respond on Twitter, and I just hit message back. I'm like, I am not in the emotional bandwidth spectrum right now to deal with this. Delete this tweet. Like I'm not there. Like I'm broken right now because of other things, right? Like, outside factors at work or life. Like that is so much of our good-natured ribbing can be taken the wrong way. And it's what we've talked about before with kind of funny best friends, right? Of like, you make a call. I call. What did I call Tim today? Like, oh, total bitch Tim or whatever, right? And it's like, that's funny in the moment, but like 3 weeks from now, when Tim's having a bad day and somebody texts or tweets total, like that's not gonna hit right. And like that's the fine line of walking all this shit, where it's like, oh man, like you gotta. In the moment when you're with somebody and they're having a bad day or good day, what the fuck is going on with this control? Jesus, finally.
What I'm saying, Mike, is like I want more of that. I want more of the jawing. I think some of the most entertained I've been watching streams have been, I mean, even recently with Tim the Tatman and Nick Merckx, but I also think of the past with like when Doc was still on Twitch and Dr. Disrespect and Nick Merckx and Tim the Tatman are all just like talking shit to each other, yelling at each other, like, get it the fucking, are you fucking tired? Like that shit makes me crack the fuck up. But yeah, I had to like, Nick going.
Hold on, real quick. I'm sorry. Can I jump in? I'm sorry. I want to jump in real quick. 2 things. Number one, in the chat, Sadbo Barrett's like, I didn't know. I'm sorry. I did take it down. You're not in the wrong, Barrett. This is very much a situation I'm talking about of like, when you're having a bad day for something else and this happens, and I was just like, I don't have the bandwidth to fight this fight about Crash Bandicoot right now. And I was like, you did everything right, Barrett. You were fantastic. This wasn't a commentary of you. And then the Lou55 says, you call us fuck faces. True. But I think there's a difference, and you tell me if I'm wrong, a difference of when you turn on the Kind of Funny podcast and I'm like, what's up, fuck faces? You know that's what you're signing up for. Whereas when I'm trying to go on Twitter and I'm just getting fucking pounded in the face with some joke or thing on a bad day, it's a different thing. But you are correct. That is the thing. And like, that's why I think it's so hard a line to walk. And I think the easiest thing is when you see someone drowning, you're like, you know what? I'm gonna pull back, and then maybe I'll like Kevin. How many times have I fucking apologized to you about biting your fucking face off because you're doing your job and telling me I'm not doing something right? And I'm like, I'm like, oh, sorry, Kevin. 13 other things are exploding. Thank you.
What was the recent one, Andy, where you and I broke Nick? Which game was it that we broke Nick on? Where he just straight up stood up and walked away. Overcooked with Kevin. Yeah,
Overcooked always bad.
It was Kevin who broke.
Yeah, it was
Nick.
definitely me. Well, it's just one of those. I mean, it was me.
No, but he didn't.
Like,
it was funny,
I was
Kevin,
following the rules. I was
funny
following the rules.
he didn't even lash out at you. We knew that you were just like, you were giving instructions a little bit too much, but not.
No. I remember
it was a lot of it was the game. Like a lot of it was Nick just be like, I can't fucking do this right now. I can't.
Well, no. What happened is that you had given me the instruction of like, go do this, and he was complaining that no one else was doing something else, and I was just like, well, I was told to do this, so I'm doing my role. Sounds like you're not,
I also kept Kevin. I also kept throwing a bunch of meat over his way. He was like, "Enough with the fucking meat! Stop throwing meat!"
Dude, Overcooked is always going to end like that.
It was fun. I feel like we did really well for Overcooked. Typically, I don't do very well.
We got it back.
Yeah,
we got it back for sure.
That's why I like.
Remember when we turned on Andrea and she flipped out? Emotions get fucking heated in Overcooked.
Andrea Overcooked moment was like scary, just because like
it was scary.
There was a moment where it was like, oh my god,
that?
Joey like legitimately was like scared that her friendship had like been damaged.
God, that was so funny.
Great game.
Yep, good stuff.
Nick did reply to my tweet. It was like, you know what? I was in the wrong.
What is this giant thing, Greg? What have you gotten us into?
Another control. We're busting out a control point. This is part of the manhunt here.
And it's hard. He's trying to help me.
But Chad makes a good point. Chad made a good point when we were watching that clip, Kevin. They were like, he was probably watching the stream back and was just behind it. It's like, but you should be watching the kill cam, which he was watching in real time.
He was watching his kill cam because he had just dropped, right? So it was one of those things. He was watching these guys. He watches the other guy land from his perspective.
Oh, I thought
then
he was
they
dead
kill
already.
him. No, I think they killed him. Let me watch the clip.
Oh, was he floating? He was floating back in, maybe. Either way, it seemed like he was 2 seconds behind.
I think he was downed, and he then gets killed by the dude, and that's when he's like, nope, turn away.
Got it.
Greg, you know what I missed right now that I'm really happy about?
What's that?
Seeing those level pops. Like, that's one thing.
God,
when we got to the end there, like, there was no level popping, and it hurt it hurt Greg. Like, I like seeing those. I like seeing the ding, you know what I mean? I want that.
Now it's infinite. You understand how the watch works?
Oh, no, I don't understand that. Now it's infinite? Nice.
Yeah, so like what'll happen is when we're not in combat, go back out, and then you took that guy's, evil rogue watch or whatever. And so now when you level up, well, first off, you're leveling up the battle pass and you're leveling up the thing. So I guess I'm actually already speaking out of turns. You get 2 different levels now. But when you go into the watch, you have watch levels, and it's kind of like badass levels in Borderlands. So it's you go in there and you can be like, you want plus 0.5 stability or whatever. Plus 0.5
boys dropping in. Get out of there.
Why are we here in
the
scene?
Get up there and help him.
So my watch level is the orange, and it just popped again. So now I have something going there. And then the green is the battle pass level. Yeah, that's unlocking a bunch of different stuff for you too.
Oh, cool. That's great. Yeah, that's the one thing I missed there towards the end, because you hit level 40 probably between 2 and 3 of the Warlords of New York. So you have a little bit there where nothing's happening at all, right? Where you're not leveling up, and I'm kind of like, what's happening? Is this going to go anywhere? So this is nice to see it return.
So yeah, if you're a new or not new, if you've never seen what we're talking about, I'll pop in here. So like, I'm gonna go to seasons first, right, and show you what's going on over here. And you can see over here, I got to the far side the season 4 pass activated. You click triangle there, and you see it. I've paid for it, so I have both things. There's a free side and a non-free side, right? So you can see what I've been working on. I'm 26 now, so I just got a faction key bundle, but then you can look ahead and see the other stuff I've gotten or will get, or cosmetics and stuff like that. But then popping out of this, if it'll allow me. Which it won't.
I bet you the shit will look real cool, like in 1440p at 144 hertz.
Fuck off.
Fuck
off. But you go into your inventory here. You go down to your little watch, and there you go. You see, I got all these points now to spend that I haven't spent. So I've been working on this weapon damage there. Drop that in there. These are just latent ones. Obviously, drop this in here on my skill damage. Hold that. So yeah. you know, it's a nice little. You're always doing something. And this is why I was talking. You know, like when I give Kevin grief or whatever, but I'm down to play whatever in this game because even if it's not helping the manhunt or whatever, it's still getting me rewards. It's still keeping me on the track.
Cool. So when we go back to help Kevin and Andy, who will be playing it on the PlayStation with us here soon, we will
Andy,
be
here's the thing. They said they're supporting. They say they're supporting through 2022. So are you telling me they're going to go that long and not put in crossplay? Come on, Papacito. Come on, Papacito.
That's so, I mean, Greg, you're making such a great point again because they have such their whole kind of thing that they've been writing on is look, you could pick up the game anywhere, right? If you play it on PlayStation, you could cross save and pick it up on another console.
Ubisoft's whole thing is that,
yeah, and they're making that's like their mission statement, and I think it would just be so insane if they didn't do that.
I assume you retweeted my thing yesterday where I put out the hashtag crossplay for Division or whatever the hell I said, right?
No,
because if you're not behind,
I have you.
See, you're part of the problem. You're part of the.
I have you muted. He says.
Should I go look for it?
I mean, if you could unmute me and then retweet it, yeah, it'd be helpful. Because if you do that,
Greg,
then
we have
know
time for one more, so go find us one more.
I'm already on the way there. If you want to fast travel to me, I'm 100 feet out.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. You move, Greg. You're moving in this game. You're always moving and shaking.
Somebody's got to be, you know.
Mikey, I stayed up real late making a lot of roster moves, baby.
Now,
making a lot of roster moves, baby.
Now, Greg, you're going to love this because you always loved playing Madden and NCAA football with your friends way back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
So what me and Andy have done with all of my group, the Squid Squad, and Khalif Adams from Spawn On Me podcast. Of course, we have created our own NBA 2K My League where we could create custom teams and draft our own players, historic and current. And we're having a ton of fun with that, Greg, right now. Absolutely loving it. Me and Andy, great stream last night, Andy. Everybody really loved that. Spoke very highly of it.
They had a blast. Last time me and Mike's teams went face to face, Greg, and I got embarrassed. I'll be honest with you. I got embarrassed.
Let me tell you, it did not go well. It did not go well, but I had fun.
I lost. Let me look for the score. When was that, Mike? What date?
I think that was
January
like January.
30th?
Yep.
I lost 42-37. Little 5-point deficit right there, unfortunately. The 5-minute quarters, Greg. That's how the points.
Sure. Of course. The way you should do it.
Last night I stayed up real late making a lot of roster moves.
Tell us about it. Tell
I'm going Billy Bean right now, right? I'm going you only have so many minutes, Mike. Why do I need this many players?
Correct.
Let me trade these 3 players for maybe 1 or 2 of these players. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. Washburn says Andy lost to the meme squad and blew up the team. No, Wash. No, I didn't blow up the team, Wash. All right, bro. I'm not you. Wash. Oh no, Ant-Man is the one who blew up his team. Made a lot of moves last night, Mike. I'm really happy.
So
about the future.
were you hitting the free agency? Were you making trades? Tell us all about it. Trades. Okay.
Mike. Yeah,
oh, jeez, I just ran into those guys. And what were the trades happening? What were they doing? Oh, you got rid of the Iceman?
Got rid of the Iceman, Mike. Got rid of the Iceman.
Wow, that's a big selection there.
Yeah, absolutely. I picked up Manu Ginobili.
You got Manu, really?
Got Manu. Wow. Again, I'm looking at my roster, Mike. It's like there's only so many players you could play. Get rid of these 3, pick up 2 here. Get rid of these 3, pick up 1 here. You know what I mean?
You got to remember that, and it's only 5-minute quarters. We're not going to the 13th man on the bench.
Exactly.
We're barely going to 7 and 8. You know what I mean? You might as well keep it tight. Now, Greg, let's go over to you because I know you love way back in the day. Where were you on your old NCAAs when you were building the dynasty?
Were you
5-star chipping people? Were you looking for the best recruits? What were you doing?
Oh yeah, you're
back
out there.
then?
You're doing your red shirts. You're making sure you happen. That was I had played NCAA obviously for a long time. And what I would do is start the dynasty, and then I would play every game in it. And so I'll never forget the one time I had it open in my room, and my 2 friends came in. They're like, all right, let's go to dinner. I was like, all right, cool. And so I'm like, let me finish this game. And they sat to watch. And as it did that thing, it popped up. And the game had been out for, it was like Mizzou, so August, September. And I'd probably been out since July. And it popped up and it showed my win-loss record on my profile. And it was like something ridiculous of like 267 wins and like, 160 losses. Like, you've played this game over 400 times? I'm like, yeah, like what do you do with it? And it turned out that they had been playing, what they would do is they would get
simming.
Yep, get a whole group together. They would do draft or well, not draft, you know what I mean? Get your players, assign all your people, and then sim the season, and then they would all just sit there and have beers and do that. And I would do that with them after a while, for years, I guess. It was great.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh my gosh, man. I can't wait for college football to return. That's going to be great. That's a big deal. That's a really big deal to me. Do you think, Greg, I asked the question to Paris and Gary, my co-hosts on the Kind of Funny Xcast. Make sure to check it out every Saturday. But I posed them the question. I said, do you think we'll ever see the EA big old school arcadey sports games ever again? Right? We've seen some hints of it with NBA Playgrounds, and we've seen it with the WWA Battlegrounds, whatever you want to call it. But, like, do you think we'll ever get the ones that we know and love from way back in the day?
I do. I think you'll see an NBA Street again. I think you'll see an NFL Street again. EA, you know, I mean, with skate and now with college football, they are clearly listening as to what people want. And so I think that they'll crack the code, especially if they're working with more developers. Like, give that to an indie studio. Give it, you know what I mean? Here, make an NBA Street. Make it, you know what I mean? You can do that. You can get out there and make those things happen.
Okay, wow, that's big words. I mean, you did will Skate 4 into existence during that
with you.
Play.
Remember that?
I mean, do you remember that? We made that happen. Made that happen, y'all.
You walked off with me.
You better thank Big Greg Miller right there for that one. I needed that in my life. That's a big deal, y'all.
I'll tell you what, I was so buttoned up and on script that entire time. That's the only thing I did that was unscripted. I mean, like, obviously the interviews, I probably said stuff that I didn't say in rehearsals, but I was like very much ready to get a talking to after that, and they thought it was the funniest shit in the world.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great.
I loved the compilation afterwards too, because of people doing react streams that were like, "Did he just fucking say skate and sign off? What's this fucking guy's problem?" So pissed.
I love when Greg gives us the inside baseball and things.
Inside, dude, you get to learn all about this and hear it. Man, I had him going earlier, and you would have loved it, man. He was going on all the stories. People going wild in the chat, man. We were having a good time.
Have you ever talked to Jim Lee? I'm like, let me talk for 30 minutes about Jim Lee's stories.
Let me tell you about this man, Mike. Now, hold on. I'm going to travel back to the White House. I'm going to set myself up. You're going to be pouring some milk and cookies here. Now, Andy, we're going to do a live Oreo oration here. Oh. Now, let me see. Now, Twitch chat, I made y'all a promise. I might not be able to keep it. I'm going to apologize for that ahead of time. It looks like I can only read the recent donations. My bad. I thought I could read them all. So me and Andy and Kevin are going to have some fun. We're going to trio this for just the recent donations here because, Andy, you know me and Kevin, we have a little bit of tough time putting together some Twitch names. You know, it's a little difficult sometimes.
Sure thing. Yeah.
It's a little difficult sometimes.
Kevin never. Maybe you, but never.
I don't even know where you're looking at for these names.
We're going to look right at the Bink website here, kindoffunny.com/Jim Lee if you'd like to donate and help out this incredible foundation. But we're going to read the names right here from the recent donations. So we'll switch off one by one, and we're going to do our best to have some fun with it right now. So get ready.
Where am I looking at? How am I seeing this?
kindoffunny.com/Jim Lee. You're gonna go to that and then scroll down to the bottom of the page. It says recent donations are gonna get a fun shout out from me, Andy, and Kevin. Just think if you did donate throughout the broadcast, I apologize. This is for you as well, okay? Because we love you, and I thought I would be able to read all the names, but you know, we're gonna just read these ones right off the top. You got these? You got these?
All right, it's all right.
Yeah. It's, you know what I mean? I tried my best. You guys want to
real
drop
quick? I'm just gonna get up. I'm gonna get the milk, and I gotta get an Oration shirt.
Go do your thing. Now let's go to the bottom, boys. Let's go to the bottom and let's have some fun right there. So we'll probably go Andy, Kevin, Mike. Andy, Kevin, Mike. How does that sound, y'all? Okay.
Sounds good.
Andy, go.
Benjamin Voigt donated $71. Thank you, Benjamin.
Alex Maintas donated $25 about an hour ago.
Manetas?
Yeah, sure.
Manatees.
That's what Mike would have said. He would have said Alexander Manatees is what he would have said for Alexis Manetas.
Chris Tybowski, $51.
It's clearly Tyborowski.
Tyborowski, thank you. Thank you.
Now I'm in deep trouble here.
Yeah, good luck.
I'm in deep trouble here. Okay, Monsieur. Man, holy shit! I don't know actually. It's spelled Macieij. So let me know how it's pronounced.
Mistake.
And the last name is Soltis or Soltis.
Mm-hmm.
Macieej. I've never seen that before.
Never seen that name. That is a very unique name. A lot of people are saying, Mike, why do you sound so bad? Why does you sound like an 80-year smoker? Because I am sick right now, and I'm at 85%, y'all. Just so you know, I'm at 85%. Okay,
but
when
again, 85% of Mike is better
than
than 100% of a lot of
Mike.
Okay,
Mike, I'm just like weirdly just losing my voice right now. So this is.
Yep.
I'm also having some sort of throat thing happening.
We're having a problem. That's all. I'm just sick right now. We're down. We're down right now.
All right, mine is Nick Gallegos.
It's Gallegos. You know that.
Gallegos. Oh, okay. Like
Andy
Gallegos.
I was never taught to read in Spanish. I only know it because it's phonetic. Yeah. So when I look at a name, most of the times I look at it and think English.
Oh, interesting.
And he donated $26.
I was gonna go with Gallegos, so I'm glad that we got Gallegos on now. I was gonna go with Gallegos.
Legolas,
Justin,
I get it.
You get it. Justin Perez with a $11 donation. Thank you so much.
We have a big 51 bomb from Luis Velez Velasquez. Thank you.
Ooh. Say it one more time for me.
Luis Velez Velasquez.
Ooh, I love it. Kevin, hit us.
Dustin Barton donated $5. Thank you, Dustin.
Love that. Robert Leonard with a $25 donation. Thank you, Robert.
$11 from Jim McFlurty. Twitch.tv/McFlurty.
Love that.
That's it.
And thank you to everybody, truly and honestly, that has donated to this incredible cause. It's been so much fun helping raise money for Bink, which is an incredible support foundation, helping out your local bookstores and comic book shops through a time of need right here, right now. It is really, really awesome to be involved. Of course, a great collaboration with Jim Lee. If you don't know now, you know the Book Industry Charitable Foundation. All of you crushed our goal of $2,000. I was hesitant at first. Greg asked me, Mike, can we hit this $2,000 goal? I said, Greg, it's a Wednesday morning. Who's up? Who's excited? I don't know. But all of you proved me wrong. All of you came in with some energy and made this an incredible day right there. We raised over $5,000. So awesome. Thank you so much for all that love and support. And somebody in the chat, Andy, I said it yesterday. Somebody said it best, milkshake vibes. Now, I told you I'm at 85%. I've been battling the cold all weekend long. I know where I got the cold. I know exactly what came from. I know what happened to me. And I told you, this cute girl said, Mike, don't do it. My mama said, Mike, don't do it. Don't go on stream. Don't bring the energy with Andy Cortez because it's going to get out of hand. And what did I do? I didn't listen to her. And we went wild, Andy, right? We went wild on the hardwood. We went wild in Rebirth. And I pushed myself to the edge. I was supposed to be better today. Didn't do it. So maybe tomorrow, maybe Friday, maybe never. You know what I mean? I might just keep digging myself a hole here.
I see.
You need a day off. You can take it. You know, we'll figure it out.
In chat. M Solstice in chat is like says, Andy, that's me with the name you couldn't pronounce. Mr. D Connor also kind of confirms with M Solstice that Macieej is pronounced Mache.
Mache,
really?
That's a hot name. Yeah, I like that name a lot. Mache.
Yeah.
Mache.
Cool
do you go by Che then, Andy? Like when you meet people, or do you go by Mache?
I go
what
by
do you
M
think?
Solstice, dude. I go by M Solstice.
You go by M Solstice.
Yeah, I put that shit on my driver's license, dude.
I love that. I love
cool
that.
As fuck. Solstice is a cool ass word.
Now, Andy, are you going to stick around for this?
Solstice.
Are you going to stick around for this incredible Oreo oration right now?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm rocking. I'm also on my lunch break right now, and I'm playing a little NBA 2K.
My question would be, oh, you did it. Do you want to Andy? Do you want to come on camera and fill in a screen there?
Fill in the gap.
No, I'm good. No,
I'm gonna be right back.
What is that? Why do you hate your
Kevin,
face?
you can set it up. I'll be right back.
I already have it set up.
Do you want me to? Kevin, no.
Greg, stop. It's not appropriate. Greg, I'm losing my voice. It's just going away.
What's
what
happening?
The fuck's going on? I don't know. I wasn't.
Yeah.
I didn't even have like a sore throat, and now like I can feel my voice like just fading.
Oh yeah, wow.
The fuck is this, guys?
It's getting there. Stop talking, Kevin. Stop talking.
I was
Stop
gonna.
calling me.
Then what's his face was like, "Hey, you should read these names." You know?
Yeah.
Put me in a hard position. I'm just saying, can I like push it out?
No, you can't.
It doesn't seem like it.
No.
Stuck in there forever. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you're joining us as we wait for Mike to get over here, we're doing an Oration of the lady. Oh man, I forgot there was a plate on that. That was almost really dangerous. The special Lady Gaga Oreos. Of course, we are doing this because you, Lady Gaga, went to kindoffunny.com/GMLE and helped us raise a whole bunch of money for Bink, of course, the book industry charitable foundation who is taking care of retailers, both comic books and bookstores, during this pandemic and other crises that happen all the time. So thank you so much. I'm excited to see what's actually in this box because I don't know.
Thank you for the supporter. But is Lady Gaga gonna walk into your house? That'd be.
She might be in the box.
If you can pull
We're
that
not
out.
100% sure.
God, that'd be really cool.
I saw some people on our Bloodborne spoiler cast being like, huge missed opportunity to not have Vati video on here or Maximilian dude. I'm like, I mean, that shit just doesn't happen. Like, it's not like they were offered to us and then we said no. Like,
I mean, it's also the thing of just get your own show. You know, everyone. I want to talk to Brian about this. All right,
we got our friends on it. Yeah, it's a friendly thing.
I feel like though we have been doing reviews or not reviews, like going back and exploring stuff with the cast or with people that worked on it. So like what I'm saying is
spoiler
it's not
casting type stuff.
Yeah, it's not totally.
It's out of the realm.
It was a spoiler cast, right? Correct.
Yeah.
That's
DJ Kendo says, Kevin, stop talking. Yeah, it's getting worse and worse.
Kevin
Kevin.
sounds like he's dying.
I know. I'm not gonna stop though. Like I won't be controlled. By
no, we don't stop.
DJ Kendo.
Kevin will ride it till the wheels fall off. That's the end of it. He doesn't care one bit.
Right. That's exactly right.
Mike, my
Kevin,
squad's looking good, big dog. Like I'm telling you right now.
Just make sure you get the jerseys dialed in. Kevin, take me off the screen. Give Greg the whole screen. Let's make this look legit. I think. Take me off the screen. Let's get him the whole screen.
I have an idea that I should have thought about earlier. Give me a second. Let me look at something.
Yeah, let's make this look real nice. Like
let me look at something. Hold on.
We're taking off the kind of funny Jim Lee. We're taking off the bar. I love that. Yeah, let's take all of it off. I want this to look nice. I want this to look nice.
All right, give me a second. I got some thoughts, but I need a moment.
All right, take your time. Take your time. Take your time.
Hey, hell yeah, Ready Player. Download the FCF app.
Hell yeah. Yep. Remember, of course, 5:30, we're drafting. You can get the app right now, or you can go to fcf.io and do it there. Either way, you have to go to fcf.io, maybe through the app if you just got it. Register as a Wild Aces fan so you can draft our team today. Oh, I see what he's up to.
I dip my cookies in the milk.
Shout out to Jackie Hollywood.
You know what cookie's so
banger.
tasty? You see she got 100,000 followers on TikTok.
Oh, did she really? Nice. Yeah. Good for her. That's awesome. Greg, when
I
will
like
you
to think
take
we started
over
her career.
TikTok?
I thought that was a layout. Was it not a layout that we used for the show?
I mean, there was a sidebar thing we used to do, you know?
Oh
we
my!
stopped doing
that was
that.
forever ago.
Mahershala Ali is rumored to be offered the role of Joel in the Last of Us series. Oh my fucking god!
Never mind, that's not gonna work.
Crazy,
Never mind.
right?
Ignore all the things I would say.
Oh, hey,
fake.
Mikey.
Yes.
I am forwarding you an Excel sheet I just got from the Binky Binkies, who have all the donors. So we have all the names.
Binky.
That's great. Okay. Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you.
I will look for that. You forwarding?
Yeah, we can do it after.
Email?
We can close it out. Yeah, yes, I forwarded it to your email.
Nice. Okay, I was like, we use Slack so much.
We do use Slack a lot. I understand.
You're like, I'm gonna forward this to you. So I'm always looking at my email.
Of course, as soon as I did this, Greg's call goes to utter shit. Just utter shit.
Sorry, Grandma. I'll walk down to the gas station and get you a new pack of cigs.
We got a funny boy over here, huh?
Kevin, can you say Mike Wazowski?
No. No.
Say it. Come on, say Mike Wazowski.
No. Last time you guys made me say something, I fucked it up, remember?
Save the rebellion, save the trees. Say that, Kevin. That's your catchphrase.
Save the trees.
Mike Wazowski. See, I'm trying to.
There it is.
It's very close.
That's
very close.
Good.
I got a
Mike
question for you guys.
Wazowski.
Greg Miller, I got the jury summons in my mail today.
Oh, yeah,
Do you think people are actually going to jury right now, or are we canceling all that?
You got a call, right? But yeah, I don't think
you still got a call, but like, do you think they're actually taking people in there?
I think they are. Paula got one too, but and then they
Threw it away.
told her that she had to do it. No, and what happened is that
Fed it to the
it was
tourists.
for San Mateo County, but we just moved to San Francisco County. So you know what I mean? We got to hit them
The
up.
tortoise shows up.
Walks in.
Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can switch the. Oh no, there it kicked in.
I had.
Right, so we're just
I
going
regret
full
to inform
screen.
you, I cannot be a part of this jury because I am a tortoise.
All right. I couldn't do anything better because we don't have anything better for the show. So this is all it is.
That's fine. So no intro?
No, it doesn't like doing it with
Cool.
Streamlabs, editing. Like I'd have to literally edit out an intro.
It does not matter. I was just making sure I understood what you were planning.
Well, and now you put that out there, everyone in the chat's gonna be like, "Hey, what's the intro?"
I mean, are you kidding me?
No.
Drew Holiday coming off.
Can
the
you
bench,
local
Mike?
record on it, and then we can just
Come on.
we can give it to Roger, somebody, to, if we want to put up a whole episode.
Give me a second. I am locally recording.
Perfect. Then you're done. The job's done.
I'll just mark.
Don't
when
overthink
it
it.
starts.
Perfect.
Send that to him.
Stop talking. Stop talking to.
Talk about
Goodbye.
what?
Should I order you some popsicles? You want me to send you some popsicles?
Are they gonna be
You want
medicine
some popsicles?
popsicles? I do some C's, chocolate popsicles.
I don't even know what those are. They
chocolate.
sound good though.
They're very good. All right. Put it together. Focus.
Me or you?
You're ready to go whenever you
Okay,
want.
so ready to go? Okay, cool. Mike and Andy, feel free to chime in, of course, because this is, Oration usually has the sidebar. You guys can just do it. I'll introduce you
course.
maybe in the beginning. Here we go.
Cool. God damn it.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Oreo Oration. I'm Greg, and while you are out raising money for the Book Industry Charitable Foundation, the fine people at Oreo, we're making endless variations to Milk's favorite cookie. Damn, it's been years since I said this. So that's why every so often, I guess, when you raise a bunch of money for charity, like Bink, thank you so much for going to kindafunny.com/Jim Lee and making this episode happen. I give you a tasty review without any calories. I think I got most of it. Today, we're reviewing Lady Gaga Oreo's Chromatica. I don't know what this means. Ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, first off, Andy, Snowbike Mike, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Hi, my name's Mike. I love Oreos.
Great, good job. We're filming this on twitch.tv/kindafunnygames right now because, Kevin, your voice is hurt. You shouldn't talk, period. Nailed it. Because we are raising money for the Book Industry Charitable Foundation. They are an amazing organization that is making sure if you work at a comic book store, if you work at a bookstore or own a bookstore or whatever, you can get through COVID, you can get through emergencies. They help people pay their bills when things go awry in the book industry. The one and only Jim Lee asked us to raise money for that, so he draw my PlayStation 5. It's a whole thing. But as fate would have it, yesterday, I got this giant box from Oreo for the Lady Gaga Oreos. So we're going to tear it open. We don't know what's inside. I mean, we assume Oreos, but is it just Oreos or not? Here we go. Hi, Greg.
Say Greg. Oh, good.
I mean, let's be honest. We couldn't think of a better person to help us celebrate Lady Gaga themed Oreo cookies. You goddamn right.
Greg, does the Greg word have a different font? Like, did they maybe?
No. It's very much. It's there. It's
okay. I was just wondering if they just kind of like replace your name with somebody else's.
No. I don't know how many of these actually go out. You wonder, We've teamed up to bring you Lady Gaga themed Oreo cookies inspired by the world of Chromatica. These cookies are available for a limited time only, so we're excited for you to try them. While music's biggest night may be on hold until spring, that doesn't mean you can't start the dance and dunking party early. Enjoy XO, Lady Gaga and Oreo. That's right. I have fan mail right now from Lady Gaga. We can officially confirm that. That's fine. I like that quite a bit. Oh my God.
She wrote
that. Now
here's
the thing. Here's the thing, Andy and Snowbike Mike. Oreo does not skimp.
Wow.
That is a high quality pack. Look at that. Kevin, I'm going to keep stuff in here. I'm going to keep stuff in that.
I want you to walk to the park with that thing.
Oh, like it's my briefcase? Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Just be like,
yeah, do a little business walk. Have a Bluetooth headphone in on one ear.
No, buy, sell, share.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I don't care what Reddit says.
I watched the TikTok video where this lady has all the iPhone boxes that she's kept.
Oh, yeah.
Like, dude, you
That
know
was a
you're a
funny one.
millennial. Yeah. And it's just like, it's so true. I would have been like, I'm going to keep that box too. Greg's sitting here being like, I'm going to keep this box. That's really rad.
Well, I mean, this is like a cool suitcase, right? Like,
Can you put Porty in there?
I mean, let's see. Yeah, let's get it open. We'll see what's going on here. Okay. Pop that. Oh, man. It's way more than I thought it would be. Look at, well, yeah, it's bubble wrap, but it's because they gave me an Oreo glass. It was funny because I think the original Oration Oreo glass is at the studio, which means it's now packed up in a box in the new studio.
Hopefully not
there
broken.
might be.
Carry my. I didn't think of any songs on the fly.
This is
Maybe
strawberry
bang it on- maybe
flavored,
bang it on your
Chromatica
desk.
inspired. Oh my god. You think so?
Yeah, just gonna.
Oh,
no. I
don't
like
do that. Don't do it no
Guys,
more.
He's fine.
Protect the glass.
He's fine.
Oh, there's some glue in it. That's what's happening.
Greg, if
Like,
you
a little-
microwave it, it'll fall out easier.
it's metal. Here we go. So this
Microwave
one
the
is
glass.
strawberry flavored, Chromatica inspired. Just add to milk.
Oh my goodness.
Awesome.
I can make strawberry milk, Kevin. Don't you like that?
Wow. I mean, I
Dude,
like
that
chocolate,
seems-
but that's cool.
You don't like strawberry milk? I love strawberry.
Nah, cause it's one of those things when you go to buy chocolate milk, and like, we didn't have chocolate milk, so I got you strawberry, and it's like, well, that's not what I
always the
wanted.
backup in your mind, yeah.
Lady Gaga right there too.
Oh,
Now here's a
wow.
question for you guys. Here's a
Love
question.
She looks like a video game.
What is Chromatica? Is that a new Lady Gaga album? Should I have known that?
I feel like you should probably know this since you have been sent the merchandising for it.
Oh, you got
it's
the
a
record,
vinyl?
too?
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it was a Lady Gaga sent me an Oreo. But hold on.
Oh.
You eat
Yeah,
the
it's a-
fucking vinyl. It's all made of Oreo.
Hold on, get in here. Yeah, it's a vinyl. Right?
Loving it.
Wow.
Yeah, hold on. It's the 6th
Oh.
album. Oh, here we go. Here, now it actually makes sense to me. So this is Chromatica. It's got all the songs on here. Apparently, I got Chromatica 1, or maybe it's a J. No, it's a I. Chromatica 1. Alice, Stupid Love, Rain on Me with
Rain on
Ariana
Me, great song.
Grande,
Great song.
Free Woman, Fun Tonight, Chromatica 2, and then 911. It's the 6th album by Lady Gaga.
You got the
Oh, and then there's a
sequel on there,
B-side, Plastic Doll, Sour Candy, Enigma.
Sour candy's a hot one. Sour candy's a hot banger.
Man, you listen to a lot of music still, huh,
Sour
Mike?
candy. Yeah, I try.
How does it go? Keep going, Mike.
Sour candy. That's all I got right there. That's all I can do.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Well, there you go. Look at that. Thanks. I got an album now. We got a record player. You know, I got this. This is. But the star of the show, ladies and gentlemen, Lady Gaga Oreo.
God, that's a fire bag right there, dude.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Are
exactly.
you kidding me? The metallic pink is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. Now, I'll tell you what, Greg. Not feeling too confident about this green filling. Why is it green? What are we going with green?
I mean, that's how Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga is known to have green filling.
Okay.
It's pink colored golden cookie with green cream.
No, I just
so it
think
sounds like
Lady
we're just getting Grogu. It sounds like we're getting a Oration, one of the shortbread cookies, just a shortbread cookie Oreo, which I'm fine for. I don't care. But of course, every Oration begins with the patented first look.
When are we gonna get tall bread? You know, Kev?
That was a good one, Andy.
Thank you, Greg.
Ooh.
Oh, interesting. I'm not punched in the face with any kind of crazy aroma. You know, I was expecting to get to have it right in there, but I am getting a glance there. We are getting some great filling. We're getting lots. Granted, it came in the foamy packaging, so no wonder. But we have some great. That's a great first look there. That's a beautiful first look. You know what I mean?
You know what? I take it all back. I at first I was getting a wasabi vibe with the green filling.
Yeah.
But now,
okay.
I guess I still kind of am. But the cookie looks good. The wafer looks good. You know.
Yeah. Well, the wafers have different designs on them. You got a heart right there.
Oh, okay.
All right, there you go. Yeah, you see the heart right there.
Wow.
That's what else I got here.
That's really
I'm gonna say. I think it's Lady Gaga, but she's got some like snakes coming off her dress or something. All right, that makes sense.
It looks like Mewtwo. It looks like a Mewtwo hieroglyphic.
Sure, could be Mewtwo.
Yeah,
could be
that's
Mewtwo.
the cover.
There you go. The classic thing, Oreo. You know, they're like, you know what, Oreo? We got 5 minutes before you were closing on the plant, right? And they're like, oh God, go fast. There you go, one backwards one. A backwards one. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say it goes against them, but it's one I've already seen. It's the one that looks like Lady Gaga with the snakes. Wait, this one says Chromatica. I got a Chromatica red one reading there.
Oh, so how many are we talking about now? Maybe
Usually
there's
you
many.
see, like 4. I'm looking around. I mean, I could have looked at the package, I guess.
How much to get Greg's Nutter Butter face kind of carved into one, right? Like we talk about the laser etching, that's always a thing. What about like the actual carving into it would be super cool.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I mean,
like
they
Kevin
do
has
the
a pick
custom
for that.
Oreos now, as we've seen, obviously, that we sent to Gary Whitta. Like, you imagine it can't be that far off.
Yeah.
All right, so first look, impressive. Again, they're there. They're what you want to see. They're intact. That's always the
My
big part
mouth's
of
watering.
it.
My
I
mouth's
know.
watering, Greg.
Yeah. That brings us to the second part, which of course is the taste test. We're just.
what a good crunch. Holy
Great
crap.
crunch.
Oh my god.
Great crunch.
He's pondering, Mike. What do you think is going through his head right now?
I think he's getting hit in the mouth with some Chromatica right now. I think that's the
I
face
am
I'm
getting hit in the
seeing
mouth.
right now.
That's the thing. I'll tell you right now. That's the crispest Oreo I've ever had.
It sounded
Oh.
like it.
Yeah, it did. Oh.
God, man. I'm hungry, dude. What am I
Yeah,
gonna
no
eat?
doubt. What am I ordering for food now? I need some Oreos.
Can I go pick up some, Greg? Maybe just leave some on the concrete for me?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the short answers are fantastic. They're the shortbread
Wow.
cookie we'd expect, but the cream, and I don't know if it's just the way it's mixing with these new pink shortbread cookies, if it's some kind of, there's no flavoring to them. They just call it a green cream, right? Sandwich cookie, gold, yeah, pink golden cookie, green cream.
Green
It's
cream.
delicious. It's got a cake batter taste to it. And I don't know why, since they're just saying it's a green cream, you would think it would just taste more like the regular shortbread Oreo. But there's something more pronounced to it. It's not overly sweet. It's that cake batter taste. And I'm
Say that
I'm
5
here for
times
it.
fast.
Cake batter taste, cake batter
green
taste.
cream,
cake-
green cream,
green cream, green cream, green cream, green cream, green cream.
You sound stupid. God damn,
Oh, what
that
a
crunch does it
crunch
for me every
again.
time. Are you kidding me?
As Kevin would say, I've never had a crisper biscuit.
Kevin always says that. If I had a
call
nickel
them-
for the times Kevin's called me. There's no context.
I call them crackers, Greg.
Oh, sorry. I knew you had something funny
Chocolate
to say about
crackers.
Ew, I hate that, Kevin. Of course you do.
Well, it's my favorite. Like, I don't like the cream ever. Well, that's not true. There's some flavors that the cream is good. But for the most part, I just like the crackers, the chocolate crackers.
Yeah, it's delicious. Okay. We're going to move on to the third part. I'm sorry, the twist test. Of course, here we go. Now, first off, if we look, that's an uneven Oreo. That's
Very
another one where they were
uneven.
trying to get out of the Lady Gaga was sitting there. She was like, "Everybody, we need these out now." She's like, "We need 4 more minutes." She's like, "Now."
Here's the thing,
From the
though.
machines just went.
I think very much, Lady Gaga, an uneven artist, right? I think.
Oh, different, out of the box.
Exactly. You
mhm.
think you
It's a
know
good
what
twist.
you're getting, you never do.
Here's another one. Yeah, this whole row. Apparently, we had some.
That's
problems
what
here.
I'm saying. That's what they're going for, Greg.
Oh yeah, because she can't be contained, kind of thing. Another
Yeah.
2 out of 2, perfect. I got clean
God,
crackers.
that's beautiful.
But Kevin,
That's
I mean,
really
listen to
good.
that. Yeah, that's a crisp one, right? Remember church, everybody? I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to be sacrilegious, but you know what I'm driving at. You know what I'm driving at.
I got my tongue out right now.
Yeah, there you go.
Stick that shit on my tongue. Stick
I always
it.
got to make a double stuff there.
Oh.
I'm really happy that they didn't just send you a color palette change, right? So many times you play these video games and there's always, a new enemy is announced, and it's just a shader change. Maybe the character has a blue hat instead of a red hat or a green hat. I like that these do seem to be a little bit different, and they're kind of making Greg kind of question, what am I really tasting right now? You know?
Exactly, and that's rare for me on this show, where I look into it and I'm like, oh, what is this? You know what I mean?
Because if you remember, we did the KFAF episode, and Greg was able to guess everything that was in his
10
mouth.
for 10.
It was unbelievable.
That's the thing about this is that you would give me these and I would be like, it's a shortbread cookie, but I can't place the cream. And I still can't. Because I think it is just the cream, but maybe it's the, there's an ongoing argument in the Oreo community that Oreo single stuff, right? That you just regular ass Oreo. Then there's Oreo double stuff. And then holiday Oreos have a little bit more cream than single stuff, but not as much as double stuff. And so even here, you can see the layer there that we have more than a single stuff going on there. But is it more than a holiday Oreo, I wonder? And then holiday Oreos are the chocolate cookie. So you wonder then, is this a holiday Oreo but with the shortbread cookie? And is that little bit of cream mixing with this? Because my tongue's never tasted this.
I can't tell because you've got this poker face on you.
Oh.
Good one, Andy. I also fucked Bradley Cooper. Let's do of course, dunk test here, the McElroy moment. McElroy moment. Everybody, I'm sorry, that was too far, everybody. Fuck you. 1, 2, 3.
feel like maybe they're too crispy for this.
You are correct.
Yeah.
Maybe they need a 5 count.
Well, then, I mean, the milk pairing test would no longer matter if I just changed it every cookie.
I don't think you. I mean, the problem is, Mike. The cookies, they were born that way.
Oh, nice job again, Andy.
Thank you, Mikey.
Got him.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate that, dog.
Got him. This is a fucking awesome cookie.
Damn.
We're gonna put it out there.
Wow.
Wow.
Lady Gaga.
I've
let's
come
go.
out of retirement here. I haven't done an Oreo oration in a while. So you come out of the gate. Yeah, I'm gonna have another bite of one. Hold on.
Go have another bite. Have another bite. God, I mean, it's that crunch that gets me every time. It's like the first time I've heard it. Every time I hear it, it's like the first time I've heard it. I could watch you eat all day, Greg.
All day, Greg.
The only real drawback I'm seeing, right, is that the shortbread cookie, obviously, usually on its own, not soaking up the milk that much, let alone these bulletproof, and I don't mean it a bad thing. They're, nice and crisp and hard. You know what I mean? They're throbbing hard. Like, yeah, fuck it. That's a 10 out of 10 Oreo.
Wow.
That's a great ass Oreo. You know what I mean?
Are you kidding me?
This is an Oreo This is an Oreo that I want more of. This is an Oreo that I feel is an everyday Oreo, unlike the golden birthday cake or golden birthday cake Oreos I love so much. But this is an everyday Oreo.
I'm shocked right now. I didn't expect to hear this. I didn't
expect to say it.
I expected a sort of everyday cookie that you get from Oreo when they send you these rare ones that are kind of limited, and it's just it's a decent Oreo. I was not expecting the love and adoration for this. I'm pretty pumped up right now.
Now hold on a second there. What's gone? Hold on, it's too fast. The chat freaking out here on Twitch. We do have an interesting point here from Agent Finch. Dip one in the strawberry milk.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Brilliant
Agent
call.
Finch, you just saved the show. You just saved it.
How much do you think I should add?
A little spoonful. A little half spoon. A touch.
Dip in
Sounds
the
like cotton
milk.
candy.
Dip in the milk.
Ooh, Alejandro.
Nailed it.
Greg, it'd be so much cool if your name was Alejandro for this bit.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Exactly.
I let you down.
Right now.
Oreo Oration with Alejandro Miller.
Gregory Miller.
Okay. Oh man.
Mike's losing it.
Oh my god, I'm dying again.
The strawberry milk's good, but when you dip the Lady Gaga Oreo cracker in it and then eat that, it is such a you're having cereal taste.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? The softness of the Oreo, the cookie, then merge with that. I mean, alone it tastes like that.
You're at the
milk.
end of the Fruity Pebbles bowl
more
or something like that.
Right.
Gotcha.
Wouldn't it be kind of cool if it turned out this wasn't even from Oreo and some person just sent me random ass stuff and I'm putting it in here, I'm drinking it?
Super fan. I'm glad that you and this cookie are having a good romance.
Oh, nice.
See, if you hated it, if you hated the cookie, I could have used bad romance. Can you change your name to Alejandro and then pretend you hate the cookie?
Andy, I wish I could, but ladies and gentlemen, final score 10 out of 10. This Lady Gaga Oreo is fantastic.
Amazing.
Get it wherever you can. Go out there. Support Lady Gaga, an up-and-coming artist. I guess she has a new album, Chromatica. Yeah, it's over there. But yeah, I loved this. But ladies and gentlemen, what do you think of Lady Gaga's Oreo? Let me know in the comments below. And while you're there, of course, shout out the Oreos that I'm missing, the Oreos I haven't reviewed on Oreo Oration. And then, until the next charity stream brings this one back, keep on dunking.
Great sign off. What a
That's
good
a
sign
great sign off.
For not having done Oreo Oration in years, I
this
feel
guy's
bad.
unbelievable.
Guys,
Are you kidding me?
now that the cameras are off, I'll tell you, I'm not lying. I'm not dying. These are great.
This man just came out of retirement and just dunked that right there. Wow,
God,
bro.
dude.
That was incredible.
Came out of retirement, put up 35, 10, and 8. Like,
oh my gosh.
Unbelievable, dude. Great job, Greg. Great job.
Great job, Greg. Let's get out of this stream right away. We've done a really good job, but we got to read off some names, Greg. Do you think we can blast through these names together right now that you sent me?
I know we can blast through these names.
Okay, let's do it. Ready? Oh man, let me oh wow, you guys crushed it, best friends. Y'all crushed this one right now. Let me see if I can get that open.
So what do you think Jim Lee's gonna draw? And then also, can I draw on one for you too, Greg?
I think he's gonna draw.
Maybe we sell that for like 10K, 30K.
Sure,
get the
of
profits.
course, yeah. Of course. Oh wow, okay, that's how we're doing. Okay,
Split it 90-10.
There's a lot of names here, Mike.
A lot of names. We're gonna have to just smash this one right now. Oh
Just
my gosh.
read their names. Just read their names.
Alejandro.
Gregory Miller.
Gregory
All right, then we're going to read through all the names who donated. Remember, of course, this was a charity stream for the one and only Binky Book Industry Charitable Foundation. Thank you for going to kindafunny.com/Jim Lee, supporting us there. I'm going to start with Jim McFlurty.
I'm going to go with Robert Lenhart.
Dustin Barton.
I'm going to go with Luis Velez Velasquez.
Justin Perez.
Nick Galagos.
Macy Stoltzy.
Miche. We got that one. We like that one. Chris Tribroski.
Oh, wait, this is the one we already did?
Yeah, we're going right down the list. Don't even stop.
Alexis Manitas.
Love that. Benjamin Voigt.
Ian R. Rollinson.
Zachary Rains.
Felix Rabinovich.
Ashley Fox.
Michael Cohen.
Ryan Trimble.
Melanie Burgos.
Stefan Lancaster.
Andreas Markwalt.
Anthony Vaza.
Zachary Gillen.
Nicholas Austin.
Andy Geddin.
Javier Almanez.
Tanner Kirk. Guys, we're going to be here all day. What are we doing?
Raptor S. Ross. Keep it going.
Zachary Sargent.
Mark Kubicek.
Alan Lee McFaney.
Brian.
This is the most nervous Mike has ever been, dude.
Harley Wisenson. For the record, I can't expand it, and so like they're cutting off. So I'm just guessing on some of these last letters.
Christopher Rodriguez.
Joaquin P. Meridia.
Matthew Hill.
Sean McGrath.
Matt Johnson.
Garrett Gilbert.
Nailed that one.
Jeff Wilcox.
Surya Mal Potty.
John.
That's Rico.
Mauricio.
So Mauricio. Al Urbano or Abiano.
James Blake Carter.
Ethan J. Dahl.
John Corey Speaker.
Mary Jane Powers.
Ooh, I love that name.
That's a good
Oliver Kalebata.
Robert Monaco.
Todd Wells.
Patrick Wachowski.
Brian Sweeney.
Lucy James.
Ooh,
Hey,
April
Luce.
West.
Jacob Lynch.
Raymond Hayes.
Steven Lattenhauser.
Halsbull Allman.
Tyler Bowman.
Douglas Skinner.
Alberto Del Moral.
Christian Alvarado.
Hunter Womack.
Ryan McDonald.
John Campbell.
Antonio Alreno.
Tam Hun.
Alex Y.
Casey Kern.
Tommy Pledge.
Ryan McHill.
Frank Pugsley.
Michael Lee.
Dramond Scollin.
Matthew Belinda. Jordan Carmichael.
Amy Gilroy.
Hey, Travis Mudd.
Matthew Weber.
Devin Carter.
Samuel Ware.
Jordan Shosker.
Emmanuel
Shoster.
Shoster, I like that. Emmanuel Velez.
Aldo Perez.
Mario Torres.
Paul Aong.
Daniel Justin Huckabee.
Melissa Horton.
Clayton Harden.
Gage Saber.
Kenneth Lamb.
Mark Pagacy. Pagansey.
Ooh, Pagansey. Jordan Schaefer.
Joshua Tallarico.
Brandon Matthews.
John Horrigan.
Kyle Finn.
Jake Erman.
Dustin Bradish.
I'm starting to fall apart. I'm falling apart down the line, guys. Wells Fargo.
Wells Fargo, like the bank?
I don't know. That's who did it. I don't know.
Levy Hunt.
Maximilian Levisky.
Derek Shelby.
Stephen C. Hammond.
Gregory Spencer.
Cole Martin.
Christian Artuson.
William Stopskinny.
Colton Muse.
Stephen V. Kicker. Kicker.
Nick Lalua.
Christopher E. Mowry.
Mark Krug.
Monica Bamanglag.
Tim Dutchinson.
Matthew B. Novak.
Patrick LaBouch.
Michael Glynn.
Yusef Magid.
Hey, Miguel Arizmandi.
Joseph DePierno.
Joseph Polich.
Sean Cornett.
Kinda funny cross Jim Lee. Oh, that was me. I donated. Hey, that's me, Greg Miller.
Hey, Aldo, you.
Matthew Bergman.
Richard Balanche.
Andrew Shyrock.
Matt Lanakato.
Ryan Gillian. Again, thank you, Ryan.
Christina Lindmark.
Ryan Batenberger.
Ryan Lasso.
Mike Parker.
Justin Savabode.
Thalia Floyd.
Derek E. Ellis.
Victor M. Griavia.
Max Cardell.
Bernard Yak.
Shane Espano.
James Wilkerson.
Anthony Chaparro.
Jonathan Widegren.
Tyler Brown.
Andreas no, it's not Andreas Corona. Sorry, force a habit on that one.
Everick Knox.
Kenda Pilger.
Kelly Bonner.
Nick Butcher.
Christian Rodriguez.
Brian Ramos.
Elijah Moore.
JP Galicia. No.
Gerald Goldsmith.
Ryan Bogartis.
Nicholas Kunst.
Aaron Kettner.
Juan Maldonado.
Patrick Kanan.
Gavin.
Chelsea Simdorn.
Jeff Scott.
Andrew Stoddart.
Jeremy One.
Sean Michael, and I can't read the rest. I'm sorry.
Kayla Del Ganero.
Brandon Bachner.
Justin Smith.
Terrace Wilson.
Leonard D. Venernas.
Oh, it's Terrence or Terrence. Why don't I Terrace like a thing? Louise, the Lou Cab.
Ooh, Nathan.
Keep going.
Benny.
Redmond Bollyton.
Tim Kanye.
Matthew Andrews.
Kyle P. Pounce.
Stefan Stevens.
Mick Abraham.
Shane Bender. Brandon
Alvado.
David Reese.
Christopher Gracias.
Andre Ackerman.
That is not his name. Michael Edison.
John Fick.
Nick Gregel.
Tyler Ross.
Man, no wonder people always think we're high. Like
Richard L. Wagner.
Shane Spinell.
Christian Alvado.
Zachary Groves.
Josh Glenn.
Lee Himbarger.
Christopher Quintero.
What I need you to do, Mike, is it Alvarado or Alvado?
Alvarado.
Yeah. I figure those an R in there, yeah.
Ben
He's
Steiner.
in chat, he's as close again, Mike.
We're sorry, we love you.
Derb Blitz.
Aiden Roberts.
Matthew McKendleberry.
Cedric Beretta.
Y'all didn't laugh at that one?
Milkshake Vibes. I made that name up. Don't worry about it.
Matthew Bowers. Or did you say that one?
No, you did that one.
Matthew Bowers.
Novak.
Troy Leswig.
Edward Woods.
Matthew Barnett, and then it's hyphen to TJO. Maybe I can't read the rest. I'm sorry.
Ian Farnell.
Gilbert Garza.
Simbir Singh Sani.
Austin Murphy.
Corey Ganago.
Jordan Charles, and then it cuts off as well. Maybe it's Goody.
Cody Howell.
Ross Wilson.
Duncan Hart.
Deshaun Dedrick.
Tom Capone.
Emmanuel Velez.
Chase Bayonet.
Ashley Lotzman.
Elizabeth Nelligan.
Michael Nelson.
Ford Milligan.
Anthony Bertucci.
David Melnarkey.
Benoit R.
Danny Rodriguez.
Jennifer Margos.
Chris McGee.
Remember that one time in the middle of an Emily is Away Let's Play? Tim tried to convince me Crispin Wadden killed his family.
That was wild. That was wild. Yeah.
Psycho. Joseph C. Joseph C. Whitaker.
Jeff Jones.
Eric D. Caro.
Hassan El Damani.
Nathan Lloyd.
Nasi.
Thalia Floyd.
Seth Mergozve.
Spencer Ross.
Nicholas L. Eli.
Mitchell Brinkley III.
Kurt Hunt.
Joey Noel.
Michael Carson.
Brian William, and then I think it's Thomas, but it's cut off again.
Trey Zink.
Tyler Tokic.
Michael Chug.
Daquan Bynum.
Enrique Martin.
No, it is. No, it's not Enrique. That's Enrico.
I know. I'm just adding names.
You fucking can see if I'm paying attention. Jeremy Dorsey.
Christopher Yunker.
JD.
Sean Williams.
Ben Woth.
Justin Rogue X.
Oh, Garrett Gilbert.
Jason Polite.
Ryan Wilcox. No, sorry, Richard Wilcox.
Richard Valenciano.
Scotty Wyatt.
Christopher Barnes.
Michael Pardon.
Everick Knox.
Why do we think this is so funny? We're so stupid.
I'm leaving. Bye, everybody.
Casey Kern. We're almost there.
Almost done. Michael Tamantes.
Jasmine K. Lee.
Jay Figabrone.
Sam John Ham.
In the white sail.
Sean Doherty.
Ryan Anderson.
David Moss.
Kim Harrison.
Mike Howard.
Michael Lee.
And that is it.
Folks, will end us. We will never do that again, Greg, but that was a ton of fun right
there. We had
there.
a lot of time. The chat loved it. Everybody whose name got mispronounced is super offended.
Well, you did it for a good cause, and that's all that matters, everybody. Thank you all so much for joining myself, Greg, and the whole Kind of Funny crew on an awesome Wednesday. We came out here, and we had one goal, and that was to raise some money for an incredible cause with this collab with Jim Lee and the Bink Foundation. So thank you all so much for having
You guys
fun
have raised more than
$5,700
today. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh. Thank you all so much for that. Right now we have Barrett's Courtney's Assassin's Creed in review going on at 2:30 p.m. YouTube.com/kindoffunnygames. That will be a live premiere. Barrett will be in the chat engaging with all of you. And then at 5 to 5:30, we will start our stream before the fan-controlled football league first ever draft. Myself and Greg and the Kind of Funny crew will be out there drafting our players for week number 1. So come join us. Twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames. On behalf of myself, Greg Miller, and Kevin Coelho, thank you so much for hanging with us on an awesome, incredible Wednesday. We'll see you all back here tomorrow. Have a great one, everybody.
Bye-bye.